Okay, so last we left off, the party had made their way to a small village, an outpost town, another week's travel or so away, they were told, from the city of Vinar, where they are currently headed, seeking passage across the ocean, in hopes to find Gray's family, as well as return to Lasgore, make their way into Lasgore, and rescue any folk that need to be rescued and bring them somewhere else. In the process, on the road, they encountered a big old pile of gnolls that had been previously slain. In an effort to stack them up, they unintentionally foiled a trap attempt being placed by a ranger they met right afterwards by the name of Oryx, who pointed them in the direction of the village and went off on his own way.
Oh no, he was hot.
Heading to the village,
Oh, he's hot.
Oh no, he's hot.
the party grabbed rooms in an inn for the evening, did some drinking, did some arm wrestling, stabled Muffin up with Oryx's griffin, and that's where we left off, with Zazel arm wrestling a large and attractive tiefling woman. Yes, she had just smiled at you, essentially, like gave a wink and walked back to her own table.
And I beat you all in arm wrestling, surprisingly.
And that's where we are.
You're quite
Looks like
strong.
little Flora's starting to doze off, and I'm expecting Flora to be doing that little kid thing where like they go to sleep a little bit and they wake up.
Oh yeah, the head's bobbing, and he's
Yeah.
just like,
Well, if that's the case, Flora, who did you want to share the room with?
I think I was sharing a room with you.
All right, then we can head up together.
I'm not tired.
You might not be tired, but I kind of am.
I suppose if you're tired, we can go.
Thank you, Flora. And I'm going to give a really big yawn. Yeah, I'm really tired.
Don't you do that. No!
Insight.
You want to insight me?
No, because I know you're not telling the truth. You're probably gonna sneak out literally minutes after you put Flora to bed.
Nah, I'd stay.
I will follow you.
All right. Who had the keys?
Clay.
Did you ever give us
I
the
was going to
key?
say, I think that would be me. Going to hand one to Gray.
Thanks. Come on, Flora, and we'll just.
There was so much going on.
She's gonna follow and then accidentally stub her toe on the stair because tired,
Oh,
but then just and keep walking.
Oh,
do you want? I could.
Well-
Carrie. Do you want
I'm a big girl. I can make it up the stairs.
to? Okay.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
what do you think, Lamb? Is it time to call it, or maybe we go join up groups over there?
I did promise to talk to the barkeep a little bit. It is nice to be in a place that's somewhat familiar to me.
Yeah, no, and it's nice to be around other people, you know? You all are great, but I like being around a little more rough of a crowd, if you know what I mean.
I am not surprised in the slightest.
Well, I'll see if I can get them to get a game of cards going or something. I'm going to get up and I'm going to go over to the Tiefling group.
walking over there. So the same woman who you had interacted with before. Bad DM moment. One of you guys wrote her name down, right?
What name?
You're
The
talking
tiefling?
about the
Yeah.
big
Yes, I
one?
have her name somewhere.
Vessia.
Vessia.
Vessia,
Thank
that's
you.
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why. I think I might have had it. I have been decentralizing my notes in 3 notebooks.
Yep,
I
she beat
can't
me by 5
imagine-
points. Pretty significant.
It is Vessia, though.
Vessia, yes. And she glances up at you and says, "Oh, what can I do for you?"
Well, my party just went to bed, so I thought I'd come over here and join up.
Oh, well, we're having a bit of a late dinner and, you know, an ale or two, or... No, they don't. Did I say they have ale? No, I don't think they do. They
I
don't. No, we're having wine.
Oh,
Uh,
excellent. Honestly, a better choice in my opinion.
It's a little bit of a wind down after you know, a hard day of labor. So you're welcome to have a seat.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a seat, and I'm gonna go ahead and, based on my interaction before, how much would it be for a round for everybody?
I don't know, like 3 silver.
3 silver. Oh gosh.
And
You
as
wouldn't know. We kept telling them that it was on.
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna sit down and be like, you know what? It's good. We got this. Hey, barkeep, another round on the tab.
and what'll be the round of?
You're all drinking wine, correct?
Indeed, yes. Elvish wine.
Let's go and do another round of elvish wine.
As
Unless
you
you're
say.
willing to give me more of the other stuff.
She smiles and takes out 4 more of the little glasses of that and hands you that instead.
All right, now this is really going to be a wind down time. I'm so excited. I'm new here. I've never had this stuff before. I don't know if y'all have, but it's a treat.
Oh yeah, the liquor, yes, the banana liquor. It's delicious.
Yeah, bananas. They're so wild, right? I've never seen them before.
Ah, yeah, they grow in the jungles between here and Vinar.
Jungles are forests, but more wet, right?
A little bit, sometimes a little thicker.
All right, excellent. I'm sorry, I don't get out much. Clearly.
Yes. Oh, and how rude of me. These 2, and she gestures at the other 2 at the table. And there is another tiefling, a guy. He's got sort of like a pale-ish red skin. It's like bordering on like a magenta almost. Just like some much smaller horns and like some little bit of messy brown hair. Sitting there, and she's like, "This is Regos." And it's like, pleasure.
How do you spell that?
Regos.
Oh, I was close. I said Regose. Close.
You were almost there.
I was almost there. All right, nice to meet you, Regos.
And hold on 2 seconds, please. And then she gestures to the left, and it is an orcish man, a little thicker set, like that sort of like almost like a sea green skin, thick black hair, big jaw, pretty burly. And this is Cable.
Just like cable TV?
Yeah.
Cool. Nice to meet you, Cable. Nice to meet you, Regos. My name is Zazel. I'm an ex-pit fighter turned adventurer.
Pleasure. Rare to see a human anywhere around here.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? I'm gonna look like dumbfounded because I don't I don't see the human.
Well, and so she, Vesia looks you over again, and she's like, so, how did you find yourself all the way out here?
Would you believe me if I told you that I was doing a job and I was magically teleported all the way over here?
It seems about as believable as any other reason you'd have left the Empire.
Well, that's why. Honestly, I'm really glad it happened.
Oh, good to hear. Are you just passing through the town, or are you moving to this town?
Which wait, sorry, out of character. Is she talking like the actual outpost, or she mean the elven town that's on the other side?
No, this village. This is a small village, yeah.
Oh. Well, we're actually headed over to the elven village that's not too far from here.
Oh, Vinar, you mean? Yes, the city.
Yeah, Vinar.
Ah.
Yeah, we have some business in Vinar, but I definitely like the outpost over here. It seems like you always have something going on, keeping things interesting.
It's it can be a bit dangerous at times, but it serves an important role and keeps us active.
Yeah. So, like, are you all lumberjacks? You all cut down the trees, or what do you two do?
And Regos is like, well, I watch mostly just the borders. One of the ranging folk. and Cable was like, chop wood if they need me to chop wood, carry heavy things if they need me to carry heavy things, and otherwise, yeah, I'll go out and watch the borders as well. I know what we all do.
Wait, so you don't have like specific jobs that you all do, and that's just what you do every day until you die of boredom or whatever kills people?
Well, out here you're not likely to die of boredom. You maybe die of battle, or mostly battle.
It's definitely a lot more interesting than the city.
Wouldn't know. Never seen even any of the Empire. We stay away for good reason.
Yeah, was that Cable or was that Regos?
That was Cable.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've seen plenty of people like you before Cable at the Empire, and unfortunately they don't get treated the best, and it really sucks. So you most likely are better out here. It seems like everyone is equal with each other.
For the most part, it's just a matter of respecting each and every one of us and what we bring to the table, so to speak.
Yeah, maybe whenever I'm done with adventuring, I can come back around here and settle down or something.
Well, you handy in a fight?
Yeah, I've saved this one's ass a couple of times, and I'm going to gesture over to Glam.
Well, stick around here. There's plenty of that.
Good, because I'll be honest, I'm not one for sitting on my laurels. I do things to keep myself active because I don't ever have enough things to do.
Vesia chimes in. Well, there is rarely a day or two that goes by without some manner of incursion or something coming down that we have to try and put down or stop from crossing into the jungles. So,
you got anything going on right now you need help with?
No, it's been relatively quiet. I mean, you would know. The alarm would be raised if anything were particularly large coming through. Otherwise, the Rangers just kind of handle it. That's what Oryx is for.
Yeah, that guy, he's got one heck of a chip on his shoulder, doesn't he?
I don't know about Chip. Oryx is quite friendly. He's just, he's been Ranger for many, many years, so. And, it's difficult for him in some ways, I think. So,
Yeah, I mean, being alone out there would definitely put a damper on people's charm, you know?
oh no, I just mean, never mind. But so this empire, tell us what is it like in the empire? Is it fun? What did you do in the empire? Were you a soldier?
It was fun. There's always something to do in the Empire. It's basically like the city, it never sleeps. There's always light spells off in the middle of the streets, some party going on, a bunch of different taverns that you can go to drink. I myself was trained in the way of martial combat. And I took that training and I went and fought in the pits, and that's how I made my living. I was a little bit of a local celebrity there, actually. I have an undefeated record.
It sounds a lot less dour than we have heard. From what I understand, that, oh, I guess maybe the city you're from is nicer than the others.
What have you been hearing? Because we do have our poverty and squalor, and magic is, unfortunately, very heavily relegated and regulated. I feel for the people who live in the lower crust. I used to live in what they would call the slums, and the people who get treated there is just not, it's not fair.
Well, I've only met a couple of people who've ever left the Empire, because it is incredibly rare. But typically, we've been told it is a quite dour place. Nobody, it's either focus on military or focus on making resources to continue fueling the war machine.
Yeah, that I can confirm that does check out. My life was just a little bit different. Maybe I got lucky, maybe it was the way I look, but I was allowed to do a little bit of what I wanted to do. Even with my skills, the military never tried to force me to join them.
Oh. So I take it you're not from the capital then?
No, that's where I'm from. They told us there's nowhere else outside these walls, that if we go into the woods, it's instant death.
Well, that's clearly incorrect, as you've seen. But no, the capital where the emperor lives.
Oh, no, never been there. I'm sorry. Yeah, no one goes there except for, I think, the Steel Shot and the Emperor himself. I've never met anybody from there either.
Well, it's a city. It's a large city.
Well, like I said, we don't get out. If we leave in the woods, we're instantly dead, is what they say. So, no one ever travels.
Did you never question, like, where things came from when they were imported?
Honestly, no. We had our own farms. I mean, one of our adventurers used to work in an apple farm, an apple orchard. So, we kind of thought that everything was just self-secluded and self-contained. And of course, they tell us the Emperor is some god king, so of course he's able to go out in the woods, no problem, right? He's a god.
Well, he is... Well, I don't know. Apparently he is some manner of strong creature.
Oh yeah, no. I must heavily emphasize the quotations there. Even though he's been around for a very, very long time, I don't know if he's actually a god.
Well, after, 500 years? We assume he's certainly not human.
That is true, yeah.
Or if he's human, he knows things that you don't.
Well, with the regulation of magic, he probably has a couple of powerful wizards with him.
Oh. Yes, that's right. Magic is illegal for you, isn't it?
Sort of. And is she wearing anything, or is she just like on her hands or anything like that, like a ring, or is her hand just bare?
No, her hands are bare. She doesn't. Okay. She doesn't have any ornamentation on them. You can see her hands are, they're fine enough, but they've got a number of calluses and scars as well. I mean, sort of the kind of hands that you would expect for somebody who works with them every day.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and I'll take a coin out of my pocket and cast light on it and just kind of scoot it over and touch tips with her fingers and like show her the coin.
Oh, a neat little trick.
Yeah, it was a gift from my sperm donor.
Ah, well, I can do something similar, but it plunges the room into darkness, so maybe not.
Wait, what does it do?
I plunge the room into darkness, so maybe we don't.
Oh man, I got a friend that can do that too. That's really cool. Wait, I wonder, what happens if I cast light in that darkness? Does it work?
Probably not.
Can you see in the darkness?
No.
Oh. I always thought you could see in the dark. I mean, my friend can see in the dark when they do it.
Well, maybe he's special. I cannot. Maybe I'm not special.
Nah, you're definitely special.
Oh, well, thank you.
So, like, can you see in normal darkness?
Yes. Yes, I can. Just magic darkness is something different.
Yeah, I have trouble seeing in the magic darkness as well. We have one in our group who they just can't see in the magic darkness at all. That spell, that little trick, and I'll gesture over to the coin, that's been really helpful through our travels.
Yes, I once in a while, not everyone can see in the dark. It is what it is, right? We all have limitations.
Yeah, the only ones I really noticed that couldn't do it, in the city at least, were humans. They were the ones who really insisted that the lights be put up everywhere.
Well, like I said, we all have strengths and weaknesses. Wait, you can see in the dark then?
Yeah, I can.
Now, is that your magic?
Once again, sperm donor gift.
You keep saying, what does that mean?
Dad, my father. I don't know who he is.
Oh, was he a magic human?
I don't know much about him. Mom never really talked about him. I just know there's a couple of gifts that I was given, and I'm not entirely human.
Oh, okay. So, maybe a little like me, but not quite the same, I guess.
I mean, I'm not sure what you mean.
Well, somewhere in my heritage, someone was some manner of creature from the lower planes, a fiend of sorts. And so I was born with these lovely horns, and my skin is purple, as you can see. So maybe you're from middle plane, or hey, maybe you had family from lower planes as well, and your horns haven't grown in. I don't know.
Vassie, I'm going to be honest with you here. If you look like that and you look absolutely incredible, and all I got was a couple of bronze freckles, I got ripped off.
I think you look fine as you are. And like I said, everybody is different.
So my friend Glam's going to be coming over here in a moment. Do you play cards or anything? Or we don't have to gamble, obviously, but they really like playing games.
You know, not really. I'm not a card player. We sometimes play a game called Chop, but it's
right.
not necessarily a drinking game per se. You might cut your hand off or something.
What is this game?
Well, we take a big axe, and then we stack up logs, and then we see how many we can cut through. And you do tricks as you're trying to cut through them.
I want to play that game. That sounds like fun. And if anybody gets hurt, I can help a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Not bad. That is a 15.
15. Okay. Tell you what. Let's see. I think we could probably set up a couple of torches and try and play it that way. And you said you can see in the dark, I can see in the dark. Cable can see in the dark. Yeah, Cable? Oh. And so she stands up and gestures for you to follow her.
All right, I will follow her, and then as I'm leaving the room, I'm like giving Glam the thumbs up, trying to make sure that you see me in case I never show up again.
Try not to cut off your arm.
Can't promise anything.
Oh, Lord.
And Beth's looking at you. Well, they seem to be getting along just fine. Friendly pal of yours there.
That they are. He's always been just kind of the person to just go up to somebody and talk to them no matter what they do. Though sometimes he comes up a little strong, as it were.
Oh, well, nice enough. Though he has been spending a fair amount of your money, it seems.
That's fine. I can get some more.
Well, so you folk you're passing through. Are you gonna be walking to Vinar? How are you getting there?
We are supposed to take a boat. I do not know what this thing is, and a friend of ours by the name of Marcus showed us what we were supposed to cross over, and frankly, it terrifies me.
Well, you're afraid of the river. Just a river.
They were talking about something called an ocean.
Oh, well, honey, the ocean it's like 10 days to the west.
Wait, okay, so I've got my directions mixed up. Okay.
No, so you still got it's a week of like hard walk through the jungle if you're headed to Vinar. I mean, there's roads and we patrol them, but it's a hack.
Oh yeah, so as far as I know, that is how we were planning on doing it.
Oh, okay. I thought. See, you said boat and the water. I thought you meant you were taking a boat on the river.
No, the boat is for another direction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. There is we do have a river right near here that runs there, but I wasn't sure.
No, I honestly, it has been a long day so far, and I just mistook which way we were headed at the moment.
Well, what brings a bunch of former Empire folk all the way to Vinar, huh?
Do you want the long version or the abridged?
We'll start with the abridged, and then if I need to, I'll ask clarifying questions.
So, long story short, we are kind of emissaries trying to first off check on our friend Gray's family, and then trying to recruit some people to Torella.
I do not know who that is, but okay.
Shit. I guess just leans in real close. She is Archfey of Summer, as it were.
Oh, all right. You met with some Fey folk, I see.
Quite a few, actually. The person who kind of lets me do some of what I can is apparently Faye as well.
Ah, very interesting.
I need to actually find him eventually too.
Yeah, well, it's a big world, so best of luck with that. I've not met any Fae myself, just heard stories from people passing through, or some of the elves from Vinar on occasion who've chatted up.
I am actually descendant of Fae.
Oh, well, I guess now
Not
I have met a
everything.
Fae. And she puts a hand out and she's like, well, pleasure to meet you, first Fae I've ever met.
Holds out the hand. You may call me Glam.
Well, lovely, Glam.
Just will shift their skin tone to match theirs for a moment before shifting it back.
Huh. Neat trick.
I can do more than that, but other than messing with Zazel, I don't really like to take other people's phones. I like to make my own.
Yeah, well, suppose that's not the worst thing, right?
And I mean, I like to just. It depends on how I feel. I can be just changes their face to look like Jarrett's. I can look like this, and then change it to Cecilia. Or I can be like this.
Boy, oh boy. That's quite the number of faces. Are they, I guess, they tell stories, right, of, the body snatchers or those who, impersonate, but one thing to hear is another thing to see somebody so, friendly and forthcoming who can just shift their form like that.
They are. I honestly do not know so much about the people that I am supposed to be from. As far as I remember, my parents were elves.
Huh. Well, I've got elvish in my blood as well. Mine and Oryx's mother, she is elvish. And our father is an orc, if you'll believe it, though we didn't come out anything like that. So, what are you gonna do?
I mean, two elves somehow make us changelings, so I do not know.
Strange world.
It really is. So your father is an orc?
Yeah.
Now that is quite interesting. Honestly, I had never met an orc either until we started on this adventure.
Yeah, well, I guess not a lot of diversity in the Empire, right?
You're not wrong there. That is part of why I had so many faces. I had to hide myself, and several times may or may not have faked my death.
Aha! Well, that sounds a little stressful.
It can be, but there were some nice people there. The one who helped me a lot, she's a human, but pretty nice for one. And the owner of the bars that I work at is... I don't know what she is. She's just very tall and gray.
Ah, Could be anything. I mean, I've met very tall and gray orcs. I've met very tall and gray tieflings like myself. It's... I suppose being very tall and gray doesn't really,
No, it does not really narrow it down after where we've been.
But she's like, it is a pleasure to chat with you, and I would love to continue. However, I do need to go and start work on getting some things for tomorrow's breakfast situated.
Oh, that is fine. I mean, honestly, I'm having a bit of trouble trying to sleep some of these days. Would you mind if I helped?
Oh, make a persuasion check.
24.
Well, I guess it won't hurt to have you come and assist. How are you at making bread dough?
I have a little bit of experience. Gur has had me do quite a few things for breakfast, so I'll enjoy it.
All right. Well, that's sort of what I need to get done. So, if you wouldn't mind helping, let me go and get
absolutely.
you some. And she leads you back behind, and she sets you up at just like a little butcher block table, and just prepares a bowl and a bunch of ingredients for you. She's like, "All right, well, if you get started on that, I can start doing some other miscellaneous things that I got to get done as well."
As you wish. With a little bit of help from Mage Hand to kind of have a third hand to do all this with, we'll just start working with the dough and
make a I guess survival, intelligence. A check that you feel is fitting for making bread dough.
Persuasion.
Not persuasion. You cannot
Persuade
persuade the dough to become itself. I persuade the flour to become dough.
sleight of hand.
I mean, yeah, you can go sleight of hand should you want to. You're really focusing on just working things with your hands and getting it to function as necessary.
You just go to another baker and just steal their dough.
21.
21? Well, you're not maybe the most keen on exactly the mechanics of it, but sort of the muscle memory of having done it with the right measurements before, you put it together and you produce a decent bread dough. And all the while, Beth has been over and she's been slowly picking at a pile of bananas and peeling them and chopping them up. He's like, well, I guess
Those
that's...
are very interesting.
Yeah, just, bananas.
So I know the drink. I've never seen one myself. Those are very interesting.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a local fruit. And she... Make an insight check.
Insight. 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, we get them either, picked from the jungle or shipped in by the crate, come off of the boats, what have you. She's like, well, and thank you for the help with the dough, though I'm gonna have to, kick you out of my kitchen now. We gotta head out. I gotta go and make sure things are getting all set, and then...
Oh no, I completely understand. It was nice to spend a little extra time with you before bed. Is that the doll?
Wow, of course. Glad to ease your stress a little.
I appreciate it. I hope you have a good rest of your night. And you'll be here in the morning, right?
Yeah, sometime in the morning. Usually I spend the first bit of the morning. My husband and I, we have breakfast together and stuff, and then I usually work in the evening. So I'll be here later on, and not first thing in the morning. Somebody else will be coming in a
okay.
few and taking over.
Such as I understand. Yep. So I hope you have a good night and sweet dreams.
Yeah, and she's kind of like watches you head out of the kitchen with a smile at least. So yeah, Flora and Gray, you guys head upstairs. Are you both going directly to sleep?
Gray would have went to tuck Flora in. There's 2 beds in this room, right?
Yeah, there was 2 per room.
Yeah. So would have tucked Flora in. And waited for her to go to sleep before going to his own bed. And then pulling out his shield and just humming to it again.
Aha. And Flora, are you actually trying to go directly to sleep? What's your plan?
So she's obviously tired doing that little kid thing, but she's gonna just close her eyes and try and stay awake until Gray falls asleep, and then I'm going to get up, go put Marcus's doll by Gray, and then go back into bed with Ethan's doll.
Make a I guess a stealth check. See how effectively you sneak it over.
I'm good at those.
But how good? Also, do I need...
6.
Can it be safe to say that I was not asleep yet, and I'm just like watching her do this?
Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to, I guess, hide it or not. That's up to you, but...
I'll just watch her with like one eye open. Question, did I need to do a performance check?
No, not this evening. Humming to your shield, it responds now, and you're getting to a point in the practice of it where it's starting to just kind of become a little bit like muscle memory as you've learned the process of it.
Okay.
And it shifts a little. And the vines that sort of stretch through the back thicken a little bit. But that's all you really notice for the evening.
It's fine
And then
with me.
also roll a d20 for me.
Okay. I'm gonna roll my jingly jangly one. You can't hear it.
I can.
You can?
We can,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, well, that's a 5. I
Okay,
feel betrayed by the jingle jangles, but that's
good to
fine.
know. Good to know. Moving back over to your bed, Flora, are you talking to the doll, or are you just actually going to sleep after you stash the other one by Gray?
I'm assuming I don't notice because I got a 6 that Gray was awake.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're very focused on, trying to do your best to quietly slip back out of the bed and just sort of like tippy-tap over. But a couple of times you step on like a creaky floorboard, or like you kick like
I stubbed my toe again.
the corner of like a bag and it kind of tumbles a little bit. And they're all like little noises, but to somebody who's like not quite asleep, it was enough to be like, okay, yeah, I see what she's up to.
Well, thinking that Gray is still asleep, yeah, she'll talk to her dolls, mainly Ethan, obviously, in her arms. Saying, how much she misses him, and how she was that he wasn't there and he couldn't see him, and he never sees him as much as he sees Marcus, and yeah. And she's gonna go to bed.
All right. As you're getting ready to fall asleep, you do get a brief message from, you know, kind of in your head from a message spell. And you hear Ethan's voice, and Flora, I'm so sorry again. I've been very busy, but things are looking up, I think. Maybe I'll see you in the city. Good night.
I don't want to say that because she's so tired, and with the drawing that I drew, all he gets back is the sleep talk of her falling asleep going,
I wonder if I can ride the griffin.
Cute.
Ethan, somewhere else. What?
That's it.
Okay. Meanwhile, outside of the tavern, a small square of torches has been set up.
Yes.
And having walked around the back, and sort of you heard just mild rummaging noises, Vestia comes back sporting a sizable axe. Nice, solid, like, polished wood handle, and like a thick and exceptionally sharp splitting maul head on it. Looks like, while it is functional for splitting wood, it is also probably functional for splitting monsters. If need be. And she's like, okay, so here's what we do. She sort of like sets that and then rolls over like 20 or so pieces of like full cut up firewood, but like in a singular log form. She's like, so we start like this, and she puts one up on an even larger just like stump for cutting, and she's like, I will take my first swing. And no trouble at all. She just like brings the axe down, blasts this piece of wood into it, and she's like, now. And she sets another one up. She hands you the axe. It's like, you try.
That was really impressive.
Thank you. It's my job.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Let's find out.
Make a strength check.
I'm not a strong man. Oh, that's not bad though. That was actually an 18.
All right. Takes you a second to sort of get a feel for the axe. So you get a half swing in there or so, and then just like that, the weight of the axe and just how it moves and how it's balanced, you have no trouble just gliding it through that first block of wood. Lodges a little bit in the stump underneath. It's just like, yeah, see? Not too bad. And then she walks over and sort of just pushes that out of the way, and then lifts the axe again and stacks two.
Is it just me and her out there, or are the boys with us too?
Cable is watching, but not currently participating. And so she stacks up a second one, and she's like, now we try it like this. And with that, she also, does the same thing again, and it looks like it's a little bit of a slower. She gotta put a little effort into that last one because she didn't get quite the swing she wanted, but she managed to split them both. And she's like, well, and as a first timer, here you go. And she takes two of the halves that she had just split and sets those two on top of each other, and she's like, and now you.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're making it a little harder to hit, but I got this. Don't worry. 12.
12. You split the first one and probably about halfway through the second.
Yeah, I hit a knot in the wood.
Well, it's a learning process, right? We'll give you another try here. And she takes the thing and just sort of like pulls the log the rest of the way apart from the axe. And then sets up the other two halves for you, and she's like, "Here, go again."
All right. I'm gonna rub my hands together. I'm gonna give it a good old another try. Hey, 15 again.
15? Yeah, split right through both of them.
Yeah, see, that was a much cleaner hit.
Yeah, look at that. You're learning. What do you
I'm
think?
still not convinced you're not just making me do some work so you have a little bit of a head start in the morning.
Hey, you know, it's a little column A, little column B.
You know what? This is actually a really good workout, though, so I don't mind.
What do you think? You think you can do a 3? And she stacks 3 logs up and takes the axe.
I'm gonna lean back up against like whatever's near me. Like, I want to see you do 3 first.
Wow. Goodness gracious. She takes it and just... It's a large wind-up as she just, like, right from the ground, full, like, 360-degree up, over, and back down, and cleaves right through all 3 logs. And just sort of looks at you with a little bit of a smirk. Easy. No trouble at all.
I'm gonna look very impressed and be like, how are you not taken yet? I'm gonna grab the axe.
So are you trying for 3 as well?
Yeah, I'll try for 3.
Okay. Do you want to do whole logs or half logs?
Doesn't matter.
Half logs are...
Well, Zaze will even know. What does he think is going to be more impressive? We'll say that.
Looking it over, make an insight check for me. There we go. There's a thought.
Not great. He's distracted. That is an insight of 8.
You get the impression that just sort of matching what she would do then, and just trying to hit all 3 of the full logs as well.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. What was that?
So yeah, you get the impression that hitting 3 of the full logs as well, trying to match what you just did, or she just did.
All right, cool. So we'll go and set that up then.
All right.
Right. That is a 16.
16. First 2 split, and it lodges right in the center of the third. Or, well, like, it lodges into the top of the third, rather.
Oh, I don't know if I can actually get any further than that. That's...
Hey, you know, though? Not too bad, especially for one who doesn't, doesn't seem to be of the strong variety, if you will. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm very flexible, if you know what I mean.
Well. Make another persuasion check.
That's a 19. Or wait, sorry, no, my charisma. Yeah, it's +1, so 19.
Oh, well, interesting. Maybe you can help me do some stretching.
You just show me when and where.
It's like, well, I'll tell you what. Typically, I stay up at the barracks, but maybe I can get an in-room for the evening. See, it's just so busy at the barrack. So.
Oh no, trust me, I know about that. Don't worry, it's on me though.
And we'll just fade that to black.
Yep, that's fade to black.
Amazing! Brown chicken, brown cow!
You
Clap,
successfully
clap, clap, clap.
impressed her with your log chopping.
I made her work so much easier the next day. She's like, all right.
So Glim, going up, you never find Zazel returning to your room, but
You know what? That's fine.
He's probably like, I expected that.
so is there anything else anyone wanted to do?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Well, the night is peaceful. It's nice to be indoors and out of the elements and in a bed, whether alone or with a warm companion. However, Gray,
What?
you're warm, you're in bed. And then the first cold drop hits you. And then the breeze blows and cuts right through you. And you look around, and you're standing in almost a foot of snow, and it is just dumping at you. The wind is howling, and the plain around you is very thick with snow. And ahead of you, there is a figure at this point, just sort of shrouded. You can see an outline of them, though.
Can I, does it look like the figure from last time?
Make a perception check for me.
16.
16?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be the same figure you had seen last time. From this distance, it's hard to pick out exactly, but it's definitely a familiar frame.
Alright, I'm gonna try to make my way through this snow towards them.
Okay. Are you trying to, like, make your presence known, or are you trying to kind of quietly approach?
I think I'm gonna try to quietly approach.
Okay, make a stealth check for me.
I'm the stealthiest stealthy person you ever did see stealth. 100%. 13.
13. Okay, and what's your perception again?
Resting? Passive?
No, make a perception check for me.
Oh, okay. Like, that's a 17. 25.
25. So, you catch it as you get closer, and as you start to approach. The figure shifts, and you see a faint glow around its face. Soft, but in a color you recognize. And with that, make a dexterity check as you get an impression you know what's coming.
Uh-oh. Yo. So that's an 8.
And you know, and you've seen it, you've done it enough times to know, as you see an arrow almost made of starlight come pounding out of the ice and snow and just impact into your shoulder.
Oh.
And you feel like it should have hurt, but there's no, like, pain.
Oh. Is the arrow still there, or does it dissipate?
It dissipates.
I'm going. I'm going to try to get closer.
Okay. Make a an athletics check for me. You're just trudging through the snow.
Okay. All things I'm definitely good at, for sure.
You could make it a survival too if you'd prefer, because I mean it's also knowing
Survival
the
would be so much better. That's a 17.
17, and as
Yeah.
you start trudging through the snow. And now you're maybe 30 or so feet away now from this figure. And now as you get closer, you're like, this is very familiar. And make another dexterity check. Save, rather.
I'm awesome at these. 6.
6. From a second time, you see, now as you get closer, a constellation on the face, still shrouded by the snowfall, light up, and then another of these starlight arrows blasts home and hits you, sort of center mass. And it almost pushes you back a step. But it still doesn't hurt.
I am going to mimic what just happened to me.
Okay. I'm gonna light up your own constellation.
Yep. And I'm gonna shoot an arrow back.
All right. Make an attack roll.
Okay. Ah, Loa! Sorry, cat just attacked me.
Our cats do something like attack you? They don't do that. That's
Just
crazy.
moved the whole desk.
You're gonna say they have claws next.
What? No way. That is. Sorry, I had to look up what it was. What do I add for my attack for this? Just regular shit?
Oh, that's a great question.
Because it tells me.
Your star arrow?
Plus
Yeah.
7.
+7?
Yeah.
Why? Just out of curiosity.
It's your...
Spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
regular
that's what I
range
need to know.
attack.
So
Range spell
it
attack
is-
action, yeah.
Okay, that's an 18.
18? And that hits, yeah, as you also... How would you do it exactly? Because we've not seen you use the starry form as an archer.
Well, you're just going to see the constellation of what kind of looks like a bow light up across my face. And, it's a very... Oh my god. So you're gonna see, that constellation of a bow light up across his face, and a bow appears that kind of looks like it's made out of a crystal, and it's like pale blue. And in his other hand, it's almost like crystals forming out of the air to form an arrow, and that's what he's using to shoot back.
And yes, this arrow, as it lurches out, slams into the figure in front of you, pushing it a step back as well. And for a half second, the constellation almost flickers out. Roll damage for that. It's a D8 plus 4.
That it tells me in my thing. It didn't tell me what the attack thing was. That's why I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Looking for my D8.
Yeah, it's listed under bonus action, which is why you were not able to find it right away.
That would be a 9.
9 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it flickers, and then another one lances out at you, and definitely hits you. Now it's just sort of a bit of a back and forth as another of these arrows lances home. Are you still trying to approach, or?
Yeah, I'm still trying to approach.
Okay. Make another survival check for me.
$23.
23? And you trudge, and you're within 10 feet now. And now you're close enough where it would be impossible for you to know that it's anything other than yourself you're staring back at.
What? I'm gonna lower the bow a little.
And as you lower the bow a little, the other one looks at you and opens its mouth as it were to say something to you. And as it speaks, nothing comes out that you can process. And the first rays of morning wake you up.
Hmm.
And make a Constitution save for me.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Good roll. That's an 18.
Okay. Good.
15 plus 3, let's go. Right, that is 18. I know math.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
As a follow-up to that, all of you, actually. Could you all make a Constitution save for me?
Yes.
And that's another one for you as well, Gray.
Okay. I was just about to ask that. That's cocked.
Oh, that was so close. 12.
12.
Not good. That's a 7.
Natural 20 for 23.
Natural 20.
13.
13. Okay. So, Glam and Gray and Flora, you wake up feeling rested. Your wounds have all healed. Zazel, you wake up and you're rested, but you do notice that the spot where you had been bitten in your last scuffle hasn't quite healed yet. And there seems to be just a little bit of like black tendriling sort of around the wound, kind of pushing outward. And knock 5 off of your hit point maximum presently.
I would say it'd be one of the pentacles. Let's just call it like the Knight of Coins.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, and it is as you say at first. It's like the card blacks out with that faint as you tip it sort of embossing that you see. And then slowly, you can feel that the magic is still there, but it's a shift almost as the card... The darkness sort of curls back in on itself until there's just a smiling figure of a very handsome elvish man with a little bead of blackness on the tip of his finger.
Hmm. Well, now that is interesting. I'm just going to put the card back into the deck and back into the card holder on their belt.
Okay. Zazel, are you still with us?
I'm still here, yeah.
Okay.
Did I not talk to you earlier?
Well, you would
I
say...
might have been muted.
Yeah, you might have been muted, because the last I heard was you talking about your save, and then I explained what happened, and then I didn't hear anything else, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, no, I muted because I, was burping.
Oh, okay.
No, I did it. I was like, how do I do that in D&D Beyond? And then I figured it out. I was like, oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay. And yeah, your evening companion is already up and about. She's just sort of like kind of stretching and shifting a little bit for the day, and then like, well, if you're still around, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, I'll make sure I come back this way sometime.
Oh, well, and have a good good trip, good travel. Are you taking the river or are you taking the road?
Which one would you do if you were in my shoes?
Well, I get a little boat sick, but the river is a shorter trip, and you don't have to walk for 7 days through a jungle.
All right, yeah, I think we'll.
So either way, it's not too bad. But
you sure you don't want to guide me? You think you could show us the way?
no, unfortunately, I am busy.
Understandable, Betsy. It was great meeting you. I hope to see you again.
Indeed. You as well, Zazel. And she heads down and off for the day.
All right, and now that she's gone, I'm going to thoroughly check out that wound and see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, it's like it looks like it's healed a little bit, but the indents from where the teeth had sunk in are still sort of like red and aggravated, and it's almost like similar in appearance to like blood poisoning almost, where it's like the black line sort of extending outward from it a little bit. And
I'm gonna touch it and use healing hands.
Okay. And you feel the healing magic like take hold, but it doesn't really provide any relief. And it's just
that's unfortunate.
A little stiff currently as you move it.
Gray? Oh wait, that's right, we're in separate rooms. I'm gonna get up. Get dressed, so I'm gonna go find Gray.
Is everybody else up and about? I mean, Gray, you were up early.
Gray, has probably would have waited for Flora to wake up before doing anything, so just kind of contemplating the dream.
Fair. Flora, do you is today a little kid sleep day, or is today a wake up early day for you?
Oh, she wakes up early because she just feels like she's having a dream, and in her dream she stubs her toe again, and it's just
Just the
That
same
times.
activity over again.
it's the same. It's just stubbing the toe, so she just wakes up, and she's got like the floofy lion mane of a bed hair, and just looks at Gray and goes, "Let's go eat food."
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
And heading down, it smells nice in the tavern. Going down the stairs first thing, as you follow the little gnomish lion's mane down the stairs.
It's so cute.
Not even trying to fix it.
I'll spot the lion's mane before I spot Gray.
It's
Just follow it.
It's still relatively early in the morning, and there's maybe 2 people in the tavern aside from your duo, and it's just a pair of what looks to be sort of like older, half orcish, half elvish folk. It's just like a pair of grizzled men, kind of sitting over in the corner and chatting a little bit while they're kind of picking at a little bit of a breakfast between them. And as the 2 of you head down and sort of like, are you headed over to like the bar top, or are you just grabbing a table?
Gray is going to turn to Flora and go, would you grab us a table, and I'll go see about food, okay?
You got it.
All right. And I'm gonna head over to the bar top.
Okay. And there this morning is another tiefling woman, but not the same as previous.
It's not Beth?
No. She's sort of just got like a deep gray blue skin, and she got horns that almost sort of like wrap down in shape around her face. And as you walk up, she's like, "Hello there. Are you the Imperial out-of-towners? I'm guessing."
Yep.
All right. Well, you go take your seat. We got food for you. Apparently you paid last night for breakfast as well. So.
Oh. Awesome. Thank you. We'll be. I'm gonna just like point to wherever Flora decided to sit.
Sleepy Floor may actually be carrying a table. You told her to grab a table.
I'm gonna go make sure she puts that back. She's not awake. We're gonna. We'll be over there.
As she goes to turn away, she's like, kind of shakes her head. She's like, That's a strong gnome. All right. Well,
Yep.
just put the table down somewhere, and I'll bring it over to you.
Thank you. And I'm gonna be like, Flora. Yeah, I meant.
Table.
Yeah, I meant to.
Why do you
sit,
want it?
Wherever you grabbed it from, we should put it back. I meant sit at it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You know what? You did exactly what I told you to do. I didn't. I meant. Yeah, just It's fine. Just wherever you got the table from.
Right over there.
No, okay, let's put it back. They seem to have liked it over there, so we're
Okay,
gonna.
well, there's kind of scuff marks where the table was, so I see why they're not cleaning properly.
We don't have to bring that up. I mean, I feel like a lot of places just go around the tables rather than pick them up. Like, it's okay.
When you're at this height, you see everything.
It's true. They really gotta keep that in mind. But I forgot we ordered stuff from last night. So.
And yeah, within another like minute or two, the same woman, she comes out and she's got a big tray that she sets on the table, and on it there's a big stack of pancakes, as well as a loaf of sweetbread, and a platter of just like some steamed greens of some manner,
Ugh.
and a couple of pitchers of juice, and just like one steaming kettle. There you are, Woodworker's Breakfast of Champions.
Thank you.
On the. You guys paid a lot of money for this. Here you go. Just head back to the bar.
Do you have syrup?
I don't know if we had.
And as you say this, as she's walking back to the bar, you see off the corner of the bar a little container of like a glass with a dark liquid that looks like a syrup, sort of softly floats up from the bar top and over towards your table and like lands on it.
I'm grabbing the syrup and I'm pouring it on the pancakes.
And she just kind of nods and smiles. Goes back to whatever she was doing before. And they're banana pancakes. They're delightful.
Banana pancakes.
There's like a puddle growing. She hasn't stopped pouring.
Oh no.
Are you? You know, that seems like a.
You know, that is fair.
Can you save? I would like some syrup for.
Okay, hold on. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I can share.
I appreciate it. Yep. And you're going to see Gray just like sort of tilt the syrup just enough to get like a little bit on each pancake and then put it down.
And it's good. It's not like a maple syrup. It's more like a syrup made fruit compote, essentially.
Ooh.
Delicious.
So that you can drizzle over. So the food is good. And then so the two of you would have been down probably first, and then I would say I don't know, Glam or Zazel, which one of you would probably wake up first, you think? I guess it doesn't really
Probably
matter
me.
that much, but yeah. I know you were up early because your companion was also up kind of early, so...
Yeah.
So yeah, and then
Yeah.
as Zazel filters down... Oof.
I'm gonna be my hair's gonna be a mess, so I'm coming down. I'm gonna go straight to Gray. Hey Gray, I need you to look at something.
I'm going to have like a fork full of pancake in my mouth. Can't wait. Can't wait.
But I
till
tried to heal it and it didn't work.
What? And I'm gonna. Where? Show me.
It's kind of, I don't know if here's the best place. That's kind of gross.
You're right. Also, not very sanitary.
What is kind of gross?
If you want to see it too, we can head back up to the room.
Should do you think? Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't finish my breakfast first. That's rude. Yeah.
It's
Lead the way. I know it's hot.
All right, I'm gonna lead them up into the room that I rented out last night. That is not related to the party at all.
Okay, Flora, are you staying there eating your food, or are you going with them?
No,
No,
I'm
no,
staying
Flora,
there.
stay.
I got
Look-
more sweetbreads. They're not gonna have much food back when they come.
Yeah, she is absolutely not coming with us.
Okay.
Flora, save me one of the breads. Okay.
You know what?
No
You know what?
promises.
You know what? If this involves me at all, you will let me know. So I will just stick around down here.
Okay. I
Man, I
will.
thought you'd be more excited about me taking my pants off, but all right.
Oh, what?
It was a joke. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just not that into you.
Deception check. No, insight check. So we're gonna get back up in there. I'm gonna close it and I'll be like, oh wait, this isn't the room that we were. Never mind. I'm gonna. Is it on my ankle? I don't remember where I got bit.
It was either like on your like
It was calf. I think it was on my calf.
yeah, on your calf. So it would have been like the lower half of your leg.
So I'll like pull it up. I'm like, it's not really that gross, but it looks like a little infected. I don't know what's going on, and it's a little stiff today.
Oh.
Phrasing?
No, that problem got taken care of last night. Heyo.
Did you say that in game?
No.
I was about to say.
If Glam was up here and made that comment, I absolutely would have said that.
But Glam is downstairs eating pancakes.
Yes.
Indeed.
I am going to try and cast Cure Wounds on it.
Okay.
I didn't even bother to think that I know medicine. Can I do a medicine check on this?
Not
Yeah.
at the moment.
Well, yeah. So first and foremost, yeah. Gray casts Cure Wounds, and it's interesting. Like you've cast enough healing magic in your time between, I don't know, like miscellaneous injuries when you were younger to like the occasional like nicked hand or whatever, even behind the scenes at the tavern, and then now recently in battle, to know how the magic works and how it affects things. And you see it, as you cast it, it flows over him, but you can see the magic just kind of doesn't touch the wound necessarily. Kind of flows around it.
Oh, well, I guess we're just gonna have to do some old-fashioned, time-consuming healing. Can I do like a medicine check?
Sure. If
I'll
you
give
want,
assistance since I'm also trained in medicine.
you can roll with advantage because Zazel's also going to be trying to do the same.
Okay, cool.
I'll be giving up my ideas of what it might be. It could be an infection. It could be magical. I'm not really sure.
That's a 16.
16? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just a hot second, please.
I would have rolled the exact same thing.
Amazing. Oh my god, we're on the same wavelength.
Yes. Of course, if we don't figure this out, we could ask Oryx, I guess.
Yeah, we definitely could, because I assume they know more about the creatures in these woods and the effects that
Yeah, but it might be best not to mention which one of us is bit in case he wants to. I'm worried about zombies.
heal you?
Okay. So looking that over, it seems to be some manner of like a magical poisoning that seems like something like a standard healing spell probably won't quite do the trick. Almost like a magical infection, if you will.
Now, with my knowledge, do I know if this will go away on its own, or if we need to seek out help?
With that roll, not 100% sure.
So we're going to see Oryx then, right?
You know what? Yeah, but I do have. I think, if nothing else, I think we should maybe bandage that and make sure it stays clean. And maybe try to wash it out as best we can. So, let me do that first.
Hey, you've done enough. I feel dressed a couple of wounds. I think I got this. You go enjoy breakfast, okay?
You will sit down and let me do this.
Roll intimidation for me. I just want to see.
Sure.
These pancakes are so good. I can't believe they're missing them.
You're not gonna fucking believe this, but natural 20.
I'm a little turned on again.
You know,
I want you to know, so for a natural 20, that's a 23.
and Gray, I think maybe after what you had dreamed last night too, some of that like aggressive demeanor that you witnessed in yourself almost, you kind of parroted a little bit as you really just kind of like get a moment of that like big intimidating presence.
Whoa, hey, all right. You win one arm wrestle and you think you're stronger than me as I sit down and present the leg.
That's it. You stay there while I go get a basin of water. I'll be back. Don't move. I'll know.
I'm not moving.
And I'm gonna go get the required stuff.
Okay, yeah. There's like
You're
a
getting move just to be a jerk, and then we sit back down where I think the exact spot's at.
there's a washroom, so like there's all of the stuff you would have needed is pretty much in there between that and what you have in your own like medicine kit.
Yeah, I have like a whole herbalism kit and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna go back in the room with all this stuff. Just carrying like a basin of. Is it warmish water? How? I don't know.
Yeah, it's warmish.
Don't know how they do stuff here.
There seems to be like you can't move the basin, but there's like containers to move a little bit of the water from it, and there seems to be just like a little bit of a mild enchantment on the basin to keep the water a little warm.
Perfect. I'm gonna bring that back, and when I open the door, can I tell if he moved?
Make a perception check.
Can I stealth?
Sure.
All right. Not great. There's no way I'm beating that perception. I know that
I would say
perception.
it's an 18.
That's an 11. I did pretty okay, but yeah, no.
That's not bad.
No.
There's
My modifier's really high on stealth, actually.
There's a ruffling of the spot next to him. You can see there was a little bit of a shift.
I thought I told you not to move, Zazel, and I'm gonna kind of forcefully close the door and then get to grabbing his ankle to clean out the wound and start to dress it.
Are you a little rougher than you need to be just because
Yes, yes, I am.
Damn it. You just see fear in my eyes as you close the door.
The doctor will see you now.
It's exactly what's happening.
Snapping that rubber glove.
Pulls a belt knife. We'll be needing to excise the wound.
Why do I suddenly wish I had gone up to watch this?
Do I
It
need
would've
to
been
roll
really-
for anything or no?
I mean, you can make a medicine check for me if you'd like.
I mean, if you're just gonna let me be able to be good at it, I'll just let it be. I
well,
don't need a roll.
Yeah, I mean, so chances are, like, you do a good job of wrapping it up.
Okay.
You're with what you had rolled before, you have a pretty solid understand that the chances are you're not gonna have the capacity to like heal it, but you can at least non-magically you can't heal it, but you can at least bind it up so it's not gonna be, and nothing's getting into it.
Okay. All right, Zazel. How does that feel? Too tight?
Did you have
Are
to be
good?
so rough?
Did you have to move?
Yes,
Huh?
yes, I did.
Okay, then yes, I did. But if like I didn't wrap it too tight, right? Does it feels okay?
No, honestly, the support kind of feels nice. I'm a little less stiff now.
Okay. Just want to make sure that's good. Okay, we can head back down to breakfast. But I do think we should bring up to Oryx some questions about getting bitten
Yeah, I agree.
and see if this is something I just need to keep an extra eye on, or if we need to seek out somebody that maybe they have here.
Or if I need
I
to run and
imagine.
just live my life in the woods from now on.
What are you gonna turn into?
I don't know, a were rat or something. That'd be awful.
You weren't bit by a rat.
It looked like it certainly wasn't a wolf.
But no, but it.
A were-dog? Like, would that? This is a conversation we're having as we're walking down. Would a were-dog even be cool? Like, or would I just like chase my tail? I would chase my tail. We all know I would chase my tail.
You definitely chase your tail, but that's kind of endearing in its own way.
Help! I'm a were golden retriever. Under the full moon, I lose all my brain cells.
And I just start eating everything. Zazel gains weight because every full moon he just eats everything.
You wake up
Now-
with this
now
like
I'm just
tennis ball in
imagining-
your teeth.
Now,
So we'll sit back down. How much food is left on this table?
Well, there was a pretty decent spread, so I guess it depends how much food Flora can realistically pack into her tiny little gnomish frame.
Depends if she expanded or not on purpose.
Well, the greens are definitely still there.
Yes.
Gross.
Sweet. Well, I'll eat that. Those are more for me.
There's still sweetbread and about 3 pancakes.
Jeez.
no, there are no pancakes.
Oh, were my half-eaten pancakes left though?
Oh no, you'll go fine.
Okay.
I put more syrup on them. You didn't have enough.
Oh no!
You're just drowning now.
I was like, are my pancakes floating on my plate?
They just absorbed all the syrup you put on there, so they're like 3 times the size
The
now.
glass container that had the syrup in it is just empty now.
She also may have also tipped her head back with the glass container, poured a little syrup into her mouth.
so gross.
Which was honestly, it was quite impressive.
People puke like that, right? By trying to
Yeah.
drink maple syrup.
They do.
That's
This little
that's-
girl's able to do it no problem.
I definitely like a couple of times in my childhood like 8 spoonfuls of brown sugar.
Yes.
Mm.
But like I don't know if I ever tried to drink syrup. That feels like a lot.
I did, and then I almost puked, so I stopped.
You know, I take it back. So I used to have French toast sticks as a kid, and I definitely would like knock back the measuring cup that I had my syrup in when I was done.
You do a shot?
Basically.
Cut,
Hey,
cut.
party is.
French toast sticks and then a shot of cinnamon syrup.
Nice.
Not even real maple syrup either, because we didn't have that when I was a kid. We had like Aunt Jemima. We had like Walmart Aunt Jemima.
Oh god.
Aunt Janine.
I'm healthy. I'm definitely healthy. We're okay.
Can I admit something though? I kind of do like that way more than regular maple syrup.
No, I like that as well.
I think I just heard all of the Canadians in the chat.
I mean,
So as I'm eating my vegetables. So, Blam, how'd it go last night?
it was a nice talk.
Just to talk?
I mean, she is married.
Oh, you didn't ask that before, did you?
It doesn't matter. I just enjoyed the talk. I don't really have I just like to get to know people, really. And as they say, lucky in cards, unlucky in love. So,
I'll teach you, my friend. We'll make you lucky in love. You will make some fine lady or gentleman, whichever you prefer, very happy one day. You just need a couple tips, all right?
If only
you
you
said so.
try to woo Cable.
I mean, Kate, yeah, we could have made that work.
look, I was busy.
Cable's like,
I
oh.
did actually get some information, though.
Go on.
First off, Vesia was not able to accompany us. She has to do her job. Unfortunately,
I
she would
mean,
have been a great captain.
I would have assumed so.
But she did say that we should probably take the river. The boats don't take nearly as long, Otherwise, it's a hike for 7 days.
Yeah, I know about the walk. I do not know how I'm feeling about this boat.
Either that or we gotta walk for 7 days in dangerous jungle where we could get bit more by more were-dogs or whatever the hell those things are.
Do we know what they were? Weren't we told?
I do not believe we were actually told about that.
You're right, we weren't. Just kidding.
Before we do that, though, we need to go talk to Oryx again. I think that was his name, right?
Yeah, it's Oryx.
Oryx,
That's his
yes.
name.
Hey, barkeep. Oh, you're not the same woman from yesterday.
No.
Do you know where Oryx is at today? I know you're not related to him, but you might know.
Well, you can check out at the ranger post. Should still be around. I mean, check the stable, right? Because if his Griffin's still here, he's probably still here.
Oh, that's cute. He named his dog Griffin. That's a good name.
No, it's a griffin.
I still don't believe it. We're the only ones with a magical creature.
I want to ride it. I'm small enough.
Thank you so much. We'll check out the stables and try to find his Griffin.
Okay.
Gray just slowly eats soggy pancakes. Incredibly sad.
Gray, you get a message and you notice as you look up that it's from the barkeep sort of over there, and she's like, "Here, you want some not syrup drowned pancakes? Like your little one got a little overzealous while you were upstairs."
Can I reply in my head, or is it out loud?
It's out loud, but you can be quiet if you want to like try and do it very quietly, like under your breath kind of thing.
I'm just gonna be yes, please.
What?
No, don't worry. Flora, do you want the rest of these?
Can I have them?
Absolutely.
Insight check. Gray would never give those to her.
Down the gullet it goes.
I'm just gonna. Yep.
I like to pretend when you said that, Flora, you like kind of did that seagull motion where you don't even chew it, you just kind of.
Oh yeah, no. Bite it and try and throw it back. Ah.
No, you gotta chew. Oh, she's drinking it. She's drinking the pancakes.
That's frightening. Yeah, and another minute later, another 6 pancakes are brought out to the table for you guys.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you. And I'm going to quickly grab 3 fresh pancakes.
I'll grab 1. I don't usually eat sweets, but I heard that they smell like bananas, so gotta try it.
I've got that little pot belly that toddlers get when they eat too much.
And I'm going to just calmly not bother putting syrup on my pancakes. I'm just going to dip whatever I'm cutting into Flora's plate and then eat it.
I don't even bother eating or using syrup at all. I just kind of break off pieces and eat it.
And even without any syrup, they're like light, fluffy with that like occasional like bite of a full banana piece, so it's like nice and soft.
I'm gonna be honest. This place may be a little rough, like woodsy. But I love it. This is awesome.
You know what would go great with some of these? Some nut butter.
Oh, yeah, no, I think that would taste awesome.
What kind of nut butter? Because there's one that's really, really dangerous to a bunch of kids.
Wait, what's nut butter?
So there are. So I know you do not like savory things, but they basically make these nuts or legumes or whatever. They make them. They mash them up, mix them with some sugar and some other things, and voila! It is extremely sweet and tasty, and just goes well with like jams, especially.
All right, DM note here because this is near and dear to my heart. 1, peanut butter's everywhere. The Empire, the Feywild, the Elven Nations, everyone's got peanut butter. Peanut butter's great. And also, peanut allergies don't exist in my world. That's canon.
Alright, perfect. Then retract what I said. It's not dangerous to children.
Yeah, peanut butter is one of my personal like top 5 favorite foods. I live and die by peanut butter, and I will
He
never
really
give
does,
it up.
and it
You know,
kind
your
of
golden
grosses
retriever
me
energy
out.
just went up a little bit.
That's fine.
I think I know what that is. I think Marcus has made me sandwiches with that and jam.
You can I'm a big fan of when they put it inside of chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. They did a little advertisement where your one dude was like, oops, you got your chocolate in my peanut butter. The other guy's like, got my peanut butter in your chocolate.
Yeah.
Roll for chocolate knowledge.
I will roll for the chocolate knowledge.
I'm trying to figure out if Glam would actually know about chocolate.
Yeah, you would know what chocolate is. Chocolate exists.
Look, it's the fact that we have. Look, we are sequestered in a city, pretty much.
The
How
city
is
did.
chocolate made? Is it like an animal byproduct or like magic? I always wondered
Gray,
that. Where are they getting it from?
make
Yeah.
a nature check.
Oh my god, I do know.
You probably know.
It comes from the same place as money, trees, right?
I rolled a natural 17. Nature?
Okay. Yeah.
Where's what it would be a nature check?
You have a plus
There it
4
is.
in nature. I'm looking at your character sheet.
21. Listen, I don't know how to
That's
read.
really
I
good.
couldn't find nature check. It's in alphabetical order. Help.
Okay. Well, at any rate, yes. Between your reading and just sort of some of the things that you've seen grown around the grove where you grew up, you are familiar with the growing of the cocoa plants and how that process works.
Okay. So I'm going to go into in-depth detail on what this is for Zazel.
I am very intrigued. No way. So it's like bananas. It just kind of grows on trees, right?
Sure.
And
That's fascinating.
I think make. I'm not even gonna bother with Zazel because he doesn't listen or believe any of this anyway. But Gray and or Glam, make a history check for me.
Okay.
Shall
There
we
we
Yeah,
do
go.
that's history
that?
fail for
Both
me,
roll?
dog.
I mean, this is not terrible. 14.
Mine is. I'm sorry. What am I doing?
History.
That's a 19.
19. Yeah, you guys would know. While chocolate isn't necessarily grown within Lascor, it is an import that comes from another city, as far as you're aware. Another city within the Empire. That
See, I
you
told
did
you
know
so.
existed.
So,
Apparently,
see-
Zazel never did.
See, I told you things would come out from outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, don't I look stupid?
I'm just gonna put a bigger piece of pancake in my mouth.
there are the wizards in sort of like the upper echelon of the city sort of handle import export via teleporting things in and out. Is what you would know, Gray, just from listening to Eli and his knowledge of the city.
Mm.
And you remember all this. Okay. But yes. That's the origin of chocolate and peanut butter in our world. Grand.
Things you did not think you'd have to lore dump on us.
You know, you guys, you like what you like, right?
We like role playing.
I'll put
And
that
it usually
back.
starts with Zazel saying something really fucking stupid. All right, so first let's go ahead and talk to Griffin guy about this situation, and then we can discuss whether we want to take a boat or if we want to be wrong.
So, Zazel, I was thinking about something. So, if the the young lady that you having some time with last night is, say, the opposite of what you are technically, quote unquote. Saying this under their, close enough so that Zazel can hear, but not, saying it outright to everybody around. There are opposites to a lot of things. Do you think there's some sort of opposite to, like, the Feywild? Because obviously there's the hells and the heaven, or the celestial? I don't know what they are called, really.
The astral plane. They're typically celestials, yeah.
So is there, like, some sort of opposite to where we are? Well, where we ended up in that, collapsed.
Are you asking, like, is there a plane of... Because, I mean, no offense, the Feywilds is kind of chaotic. You're asking if there's a plane of, like, order?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just thinking about this while. I don't know. Like when I was infusing my cards this morning, it turned dark, and then suddenly the darkness was just a small blip on it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everything would have polar opposites. Like you were saying, I myself was polar opposite of some of the folks we met here, but, like, it doesn't change being whether or not we're good people. But as for planes,
no,
planes are
no. They
elemental.
look. They are awesome. I want you to know this. Honestly, I prefer them over the type of people that cause them.
Like me?
I mean, you said it, not me.
No, I mean, you're right. The people who are in the upper tiers of Glasgow, they're typically like me. So you're absolutely right. I'm glad I wasn't born up there. I never ended up like that. But as for your question of if there's an opposite of the Feywilds, there'd have to be, wouldn't there?
It's just I worry if more is happening than we even realize.
So you're going back on my earlier statement that maybe more than just one plane has fallen into place.
Pretty much. Just because I do not. Those things we saw earlier, I do not think they were from the Fae. Not unless winter and fall are really hellish.
No, the Fae is more about life and freedom, where those things seem very controlled and dead. Which is why I'm a little concerned I got bit by one.
Stairs. Wait, what? Is that what you were talking to the Grey about?
Yeah, it's bandaged up right now, but it seems to be infected.
I'm trying to remember where Glam got bit.
I think you got nailed somewhere in, like, the side.
That's what I was
just
thinking. Just going. You know what? This is something that we can check on outside of the town. Yes. All right.
Oh, well, we kind of wanted to ask Oric some questions on. I can't heal it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Are you okay?
As far as I'm aware, Yeah, as far as I'm aware, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay.
Well, let's go talk to him. Hopefully he's in.
Yeah, I wouldn't keep that from any of y'all. If I'm dangerous, you can just leave me here. I'll just stay, I guess.
Shut up, Zazel.
We have a child with us. I can't risk Flora.
Ray is not going to repeat himself, and he's just going to look at Zazel in that way that says, if you don't stop talking, something bad is going to happen.
Do you want
Because
me to
you're
carry
saying
him?
something dumb. And I look at Flora and I go, if he tries to stay, yes.
Okay.
Or wander off into the woods so I'm not a danger to anybody, you know?
I'm going to tie you
Sir?
up and throw you on Flora's back. Shut up.
I'm just saying, I want to be responsible.
I will poke your belly button.
Oh, do it.
Don't do that, I'm very ticklish.
I will do it.
No.
Sir?
Are
Sir?
you?
Come
You-
with
you-
us.
Gray's gonna
Huh?
try to poke Zazel. So Gray's gonna try and poke Zazel.
Gonna try to dodge it.
How do I do this?
Yeah, just make an attack roll.
Do I get the dodge action?
No.
I think no, you're just regular dodging is normal anyway.
It's pretty good anyways.
Yeah, I only got a 14.
Yeah, mine's 17, so I'll just like go, no.
Could I Gibbs him upside the head with the mage hand?
Make an attack roll. Just
The
add
mage-
your spellcasting modifier.
That is a 25.
Wait, were you trying to hit?
You.
Yeah, I mean, I
Get
can't
into
dodge
no
that. Me
zone.
too.
Gibbsing you upside the head with mage hand.
It's just a... Did somebody leave the window open?
You're going nowhere.
Let's just figure out what's going on with this first, okay? No rash decisions right now.
Here we go.
I'm all ready to go. Are you all ready to go?
Indeed.
I miss Muffin.
I'm running out the door.
All right.
Well, okay.
Are you doing that little kid thing where you think you know where we're going, but you don't?
Yeah, but also doing the Naruto run arms, you know?
Amazing.
And noticing this too, you know, Flora, like, as she was eating, as she had pointed out, had that like big puffed up like little kid ate too much tummy. And it's by the time now she's standing and like running, she's completely good.
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
Ah,
Metabolized it like nobody's business.
She's a freaking cartoon character.
She is an anime character. She is like a Goku or a Lena inverse. Yeah, that's right. I know Slayers. Thank you.
I am fueled. I'm gonna yell out. I don't know his name. What's his name?
Oryx.
Oryx.
Yeah, you know Oryx. You talked to him more than we did.
Oryx, I want to ride your griffin. Where are you?
I'll follow behind, but I'm not going to be running or anything because I got to baby the leg.
A baby leg. Oh.
Baby legs.
Now I'm just seeing Zazel after Deadpool lost his legs that one time.
Oh no.
I'm just imagining that Rick and Morty thing, which I don't watch it very often, but the baby legs detective.
Yes, that too.
As
I'm going,
I take it you're heading over towards the stable area as you're calling this out.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys head over there, about a minute after arriving, Oryx comes around the corner, kind of like hops down from a roof from one of the buildings right next to it. It's
Oh.
like, you called? You yelled? What's up? What can I do?
Hello.
So,
it's just Floor right now, I'm guessing.
Well, I assume you guys followed her right out.
yeah.
Yeah,
May I ride your griffin?
Uh,
that's all I wanted.
No? No. Maybe not the best idea.
Poop head. All right. I'm done. You talk to
So,
him.
so we have.
He,
Okay,
like-
so we have
He
we have
looked-
another question.
Yeah, very conflicted and just like a little confused.
Oryx, I need you to look at something for me.
Oh, okay. We are.
Did you see those creatures that we fought and killed?
Oh yeah. I was tracking them a little before you got a hold of them.
Oh.
Do you know what they are?
I had an inclination. They were some manner of fiend from up north. I just couldn't tell you the specifics.
All right, well, Here, and I'm gonna unwrap my leg and show him. We looked at it. We think it might be a magical infection. I want to know if you know anything that we can do to clean this up. Or am I gonna be okay? Or do I need to start running because you're about to cut my head off?
That feels a little aggressive.
That's not directed at you. It's just, a ranger thing when things like this happen. Like, I've read too many books.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I've ever decapitated somebody over a wound. I don't think I've ever decapitated anyone for any reason.
Have you never read The Gimping Unalived?
The what?
No, I have not. All right. Listen, it looks to me like you got some manner of it looks like a bit of a magical disease, but nothing particularly horrible. Just a hot sick.
Well, while this is happening, I want you to know that Gray has definitely looked around for like something to pull closer to Zazel to make him sit back down so he can rewrap his fucking ankle now that he just unwrapped what he just fucking put on.
I'm gonna half-ass it, and like it's just gonna be kind of loose and breezy in the wind.
Yeah, and that's why I'm going to rewrap it for you now, you jerk.
Great, I can rewrap it. But what if Orcs needs to put something on there?
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm right. You hate admitting I'm right.
I'm going to pull your ankle so you have to fall back into whatever I put behind you to sit so I can rewrap your leg now.
I'll allow it. No contested roll. I'll just allow it, even though I think I could have gotten away with that.
Nope. Grumbling.
Laura,
the
why don't you
whole
go find
time.
Muffin?
Okay. And he's like, okay, yeah, sorry about that. It took me a hot second. I needed to, he was flipping through like a little book he had. I was like, here, and he reaches down, and what language do y'all know?
I know Celestial, I know Common and Orc.
I know Common and Sylvan.
I know Celestial, Common, Druidic, Primordial, Sylvan. I think you said I knew a few others, but we hadn't written them down.
Okay. Tell you what, make an intelligence check for me, Gray.
I'm not smart. Come on now.
I'm aware, but
I don't think any of us are smart. Oh wait, no, Flora's the smartest of us all.
Yeah.
Which kind of tracks, actually, if she was actually taught within the Fey courts. Like, she went to actual school.
I have a 17.
17? Okay. He sort of runs his hand across it, and he says a couple of words in like it's like a deeper sort of guttural phrasing, like, and as it does, it gets hot for a second, and then it sort of just bursts out and dissipates. And he's like, well, there you are. Yeah, a little bit of a disease, but easy enough to fix.
Can you show me how to do that?
Oh, yeah, it's possible. Are you handy with magic?
Yeah. Well,
And-
at least with magic of the land. Other stuff might be harder.
Actually, that I am too, to an extent. So here, let's He takes a second and he's like, so typically what I would do is just kind of really focus on where it is, and then if it's not like a traditional wound necessarily, like a stab wound or something, right? We can just like cast like healing magic on. this is more of a like restoration,
Oh.
and you focus more on casting the spell to use the healing magic to push it out. So I don't know. I always think about it as sort of like asking for nature's help to push the sickness out, if that makes sense.
Oh, no, that makes perfect sense, actually.
And so he explains. He casts Lesser Restoration.
Oh, okay.
So you're familiar as well, but so you can take your healing, your temporary hit point reduction away now. You're good.
Oh man. Wow, look great. you wrap that back up for no reason.
Gray is just going to be like, and going to
joking.
continue wrapping it and then pull it really tight so it's cutting off some circulation.
Hey, I'm joking. Thank you for taking care of it. And Oryx, I owe you. What do you need?
Oh, don't really worry about it. It's just sort of ranger's duty, I guess.
Well, it's dangerous for you to go out there without a spell. So, what can I do?
Oh God. I'm just hearing Zazel going, it's dangerous for you to go alone, take this.
Well,
Take this.
oh, hell, I don't know.
How about this? We're gonna come through here again, and when we do, round of the drinks on the house. On me, obviously.
All right, sure, that sounds great.
All right. Hey, I'm sorry for being a little aggressive at first. I was tired. I'm gonna put my hand out for a handshake.
No worries. And he takes and shakes your hand.
This is a very nice outpost you have here, and you're doing a wonderful job guarding it. Just be safe out there, all right?
We do our best, huh?
All right. Well, let's go ahead and collect Muffin. We got a boat to catch.
Oh, taking a boat, are you?
Yeah. A very friendly woman, Vesia. She told me about the boats, and that would be much faster.
Oh, yeah, actually, that'd be quite a bit faster than walking all the way to the city.
Yeah, they're not gonna have a problem with it since we're outsiders, are they?
Here, you know, I'll accompany you and put in a good word. You're gonna have to pay for your trip, but
Oh, of course. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to take a boat.
I believe the boat is in. And can somebody roll a D100 for me? Doesn't matter which one of you, just one of you, please.
55.
Ooh, only 14 off.
All right. Yeah, the venture's in at the moment. Asked me when it's leaving, couldn't tell you, but you know, we'll go and check with check with Bjorn and we'll see.
I appreciate it. You say you have a griffin. Is that real?
Yeah.
Yes, griffins are real.
And he just
I
kind of
know
gives
griffins are real, but like you can tame them?
he just gives a quick like a whistle, and you hear just sort of like a rustling, and first you see Muffin also sort of trots out of like the stable zone.
Hello there, Muffin.
And almost 1.5 muffins tall comes the griffin right behind Muffin.
1.5 muffins. I love it.
It is a sizable beast. He's like,
yeah, but it's spindly. Where Muffin's stocky. We got ourselves a thick boy.
If Muffin is stocky, it's because Muffin needs to lay off the sweets.
I mean, you're right.
But yeah, this griffin stands probably close to 5.5 feet at the shoulder, and walks over and plants itself right next to him. He's like, "Yeah, we've been partners for years."
Oh my god, he or she?
He.
He is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh.
Oh, I love your feathers.
Well, thank you. He's friendly. See, you can give him a scratch if you want.
I'll try to give him scritches.
Yeah.
Obviously nervous because this animal's like twice the size of me.
Yeah, and he like kind of leans right into the hand. He's very friendly. No issue there. But yeah,
do you wish to pet him as well?
No, I want to ride him.
Make a persuasion check, Flora.
Could I help?
Guidance.
Okay,
Yeah.
with guidance.
Okay.
It's a D4, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Oh fuck.
I tried to help. I'm sorry.
A total of a 7.
A 7. Wait, and Glam, you said you were trying to help.
Yeah.
What-
She
what
has
do
a
you-
little girl.
Oh.
She has a little girl. She's and she has ridden on muffins there a few times, so she's very capable.
Okay, you know, yeah. Roll it again. Roll with advantage, Flora, because he did help you out. So he got to it in sort of an order of operations where it took me a hot second to like parse through information.
Does the guidance still work then?
So that would
Yeah,
the
guidance
guidance
would
would
still
still
apply.
been rolled, but that is a much better persuasion.
Yeah, then it would be 19 total.
19. All right. He's like, well, okay. Here, I'll tell you what. If you folk want to take your owl bear, and if you head out the gate, and then you're gonna want to take a left, hang a left, and walk up and around. It's like 3 minutes. Just head directly to the left. There's a little path, and it's gonna lead you up to the river. And we can go check in with Bjorn. And here, little lady, you can fly with me up and over. And we'll meet you there. Okay?
Wait. Before we do that, Glam,
We-
clean your hands.
What?
You have syrup all over your hands. I can see how sticky they are.
Oh
Press the
The
yeah.
red muffin.
Maybe-
Prestidigitation.
Clean them.
Maybe no sticky feathers. That'd be
Prestidigitation.
sort of
Oh.
appreciated.
It was gonna be a treat for Okay. Well, sorry, Muffin.
Yeah, no, Muffin got something sticky in his feathers once, and it took like 20 minutes to get out of there. It was a very big pain in the butt.
I told you not to put that tart near him.
I didn't. You did.
No, I mean, that was one of the tarts you wouldn't give me. I
You
remember.
said, "Hey, Muffin, catch," and it hit him right in the back.
No. And she's gonna look at the stranger and be like, he owes me 3 tarts, and then Gray owes me a cake.
That's keeping a lot of track of these things, kid.
I'm very serious about my sweets.
He really is.
I guess so. All
It took-
right.
It took some of her teachers quite a bit to keep her away from them.
Okay,
Well-
look, clean hands.
I do appreciate that. All right, hop on.
Let's go.
Actually, and he just sort of like picks you up by the elbows and sets you on the griffin's back. He's like, I said hop on, but that's just not gonna happen. Let's be real.
It's fine. I'm tiny.
I mean, she might have hops.
No, I don't have that much hops.
And he pops you up on, and then he hops on a himself and just sort of gives a double pat as the griffin sort of stands up, stretches his wings, and takes flight. And it's not a long flight. With the wing beats, it takes maybe a minute. He gets right up to altitude, and you can see. Make a perception check for us, Flora.
Yay. Okay,
That looks like a
perception.
lot of fun. Looks so much better than being on this boat thing.
19.
19.
You know
Yeah.
what, Glam? That's like the best thing I got from my father was being able to fly. It does feel really great.
You take a look around from up above, and it's I mean, you can see off to like off to the west. It is it's sort of like a cleared out area where you are, and the off to the east where you came from, it's definitely thinner, and the further to the west you head, it just gets thicker and thicker in terms of like the forest. And then just north where you're headed, you see sort of like this wide kind of rolling river, and then on the other side of that, it's like a thin grassland, and then beyond that, it starts to kind of flatten out into a bit of a wide expanse. And with that, you can see off in the distance It really does. It flattens out pretty intensely and kind of gets a lot more sparse and kind of almost like dead desert esque kind of terrain beyond that. But yeah, within a minute, shoop, right on back down, and you land sort of to the side of like a little outpost building, and then a small dock with just one large boat sort of moored at the end of it. Well, here we are. There'll be a couple minutes, I think, because it takes them a sec, but...
We were following, right?
Oh yeah, it's just gonna take us a lot longer because Kyoto Express.
Thank you for the ride.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope you enjoyed it. And it's a new experience for you, I'm sure, little one.
Yeah, I can't fly. But imagine if I could.
Well, then you'd be pretty magical, little one, wouldn't you?
I could visit everybody I want to visit. Do you like sweets?
Once in a while.
I'm assuming I have my stuff on me. Because we're leaving.
Yeah, you would have had your bag with you.
I'm gonna reach into the bag and pull out... I think I said we had Zazberry ice cream in there.
We definitely have Zazzleberry ice cream.
Yeah. Your bag has all of the treats in it, so...
This is for you. Thank you for the memories.
Oh, well, thank you. And he happily takes it and takes a bite. He's like, this is delicious.
Raspberry. It's really good.
Aha, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And she's gonna wait for the rest of them to arrive.
Yeah, he just kind of takes a minute while he's waiting, kind of stretches a little bit, gives some scritches to the griffin, and then procures a knife from somewhere in his pack and just starts kind of like fiddling with it while he waits.
She'll wind up her dolls while she waits.
And you guys heading over, it takes you about 2 minutes, and you just kind of, there's a well-worn path that sort of loops around sort of the wood walls of the village that leads just kind of like down an embankment. And as you guys are heading out, you can start to hear sort of the rushing of the river as you get closer until it comes into view, and it's just sort of at the base of this like sloping riverbank. There's a little wooded, outpost, and then a small dock and a decent sized boat kind of sitting off into the river.
As we get a little bit closer within earshot. Wait, Gray, did you ever pay our tab? I'm sorry, Glam, did you ever pay our tab? You were the one who set it up.
I mean, Do I need to go back? What the hell are you people putting on my tab?
Nothing. No, you didn't check the bill, did you?
The amount you had put down yesterday as like your tip and etc. is plenty.
Okay.
Hence the breakfast.
That's right. Just Zazel making me worry here.
There may or may not have been another room.
Hopefully not on my tab. You're paying for that one.
I'll give you money back for that one.
But yeah, so once
Gray's
you guys
making no comments about the fact that he started the whole tab thing.
Yeah, Zazel's 100% getting blamed for that one.
Wonderful, excellent, so good. As you guys approach, Oryx kind of waves at you. He's like, well, all right. Right this way, I suppose. And he sort of gestures for you to follow him. Yeah, that's the boat right over there. the venture, the errant venture, as I stated. Little river vessel, but does its job.
I've never been on a boat before. This is exciting.
But let's let us go check in with Bjorn and see when it will be when he's planning on heading back out. I don't typically do a lot of checking with the boat schedule.
Hey, look, I appreciate that you're helping us out at all.
And yeah, he leads you into the little outpost there. And it's like a little 2-story building, and as you head into the first floor, it looks like it's all just sort of like various like piles of rope and pieces, parts, and things that you might need for the boat, kind of strewn around. And there is a figure off, kind of in the back, sitting in a chair right now, kind of back to you, working on something. And as the orc walks in, he's like, Bjorn, got a minute? And over on the other side, you see this figure sort of shift and kind of shake a little bit, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we got a second. What can I? What's up?" And as the figure stands up, this would be probably new to actually all of you.
Ooh.
So the figure that stands up and stretches, he's wearing just like a simple pair of like like thin pants, and then like just like a leather vest kind of draped across the shoulders, and you can see as he stands to his full height, he's ballpark 6'8".
Jesus.
Yeah, pretty hefty individual. Wide to match it. But what really strikes out to you is head to toe, he is a like deep azure blue, just thickly scaled, and as he turns around, he's definitely like lizard faced, essentially. With that
What was his name?
Bjorn.
The usual spelling.
Yeah, BJORN. And he looks up and he's like, "Oh, company, hello. What brings you in here?"
Grace, this is your trip, to be perfectly honest. You should probably tell them.
Oh,
You are gigantic.
hello. So I'm Gray. We're trying to get to the is it? You are very tall. The city of Vinar?
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah?
Vinar would be the stop from here, so that makes sense.
Yeah, we were told it would be much quicker to use the river than try to walk there. So, here we are.
And right you are. 4 days of floating is a lot better than 7 days of trudging through the jungle. It's a little roundabout, but a lot faster than walking.
Is I was gonna ask if our owlbear would be a problem, but you're very large.
Oh, no, oh, right, yes. You're taking the owlbear with you on the boat.
If that's okay.
He's a friend.
Oh, more power to you. Yeah,
Why
he's-
do you say that?
I haven't seen an owlbear before. Friendly, tame, I suppose. But
Well,
yeah, you're welcome to bring him aboard. don't know if we have food for an owl bear, but
We can take care of that.
okay. So we're not really on like a set schedule at the moment, but if the need is pressing, I suppose for a little bit of money we could head on out.
The need is pressing. How much?
Let's see.
We as soon as possible would be would be nice, and as I would, I appreciate just your help in your business on this.
He kind of like leans down real quick, and you can see like he was sitting in a chair and he didn't have like a desk per se so much as just sort of like a fairly wide plank sitting on like a couple of barrels that he was kind of. He has like a couple of notebooks on, and then just some stuff that he was like kind of sewing back together. And he picks up a book and he starts kind of flipping through it, and he's like, well, I'll tell you what. I can take you guys down for about 200 gold. Just because I'd have to gather the whole crew up when they're not due to head out for a couple days. Or we could probably run it a little smaller of a crew if it's just you folk. We're not really worried about cargo, but just might need a little help from you guys on the boat. You okay with
Yeah,
that?
I actually know how to sail a boat a little bit.
Well,
I have absolutely no idea what I am doing, but I would be more than willing to help out.
well, it's not too bad of a journey. I don't think we would need too much from you. So,
I've read a few books.
but
Of course, though, staying here wouldn't be too bad for a couple extra days. I mean,
Gray's just gonna look at you with these big sad eyes.
I'll write your parents, sorry.
I was about to say, Zazel, we are kind of on a little bit of a timeline.
Conflicting interests. But you're right, Gray's more important.
Thanks.
all right. Well, so if I can, I guess garner your assistance, I'll need a couple of people with me, but we could probably do it for 50 gold then.
Yeah, that's more than reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's going to go to a corner and kind of count out the gold.
Here, this is my share, and for the little one as well. I'll give him 20 gold.
All right. He just takes it. He just kind
Good.
of with a hand that is like close to double yours. Big, thick with the little talons on the end of it. Thank you.
And Glam will hand over the 30.
Gray offers nothing.
Okay. Give me, I don't know, like an hour or so, I guess. I'll go fetch everybody I need to fetch. And here, I'll give you a tour of the boat real quick.
Appreciated.
How big is this boat?
It's relatively sizable. It's a sizable
decent
boat.
size.
That is a sizable ship.
Is this a big ass river?
Yeah, it's a wide river.
Heard.
Oh boy. I want to call it like a schooner.
Yeah, we're not looking like quite like the Mississippi, but it's, you know, it's a big river.
This is certainly more flowing waters than I have seen in my lifetime.
You know, and at points the river is, especially where you guys are, it looks like it's, I don't know, close to half a mile wide or so. It's a sizable river.
Mm,
A big river.
it is. So, while they're being shown around, Glam would just be like, "So I've honestly never seen anyone quite like you. Where are you from?"
Where I'm from, I was raised in Vinar, but I assume you're more asking about my heritage, which is to say, draconic.
I just did not want to. I just did not want to be rude.
I don't 100% know too much of that. I was raised by non draconic folk in Vinar.
Oh,
My parents, if you will, were elves. So
just big eyes there for a moment. Like, I kind of know how you feel there.
but there's, well, I'm just who I am. I'm well suited for the water, and
Oh, you're very impressive.
certainly no slouch at physical stuff, but
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen some very strong people before, but you are one of a kind.
So is the ship outfitted for a person of this height? Do we feel kind of small in the space that we're in?
No, you look, and as he leads you out to the boat, it's sort of just like a large, wide, flat main deck, and then there is a door to the back, and he's like, well, I don't necessarily have like a captain's cabin per se. I just have sort of this space in the back here, and it's sort of like a cleared out open area that looks like it's been kind of outfitted to be a little bit wider for him and bigger for him. And there's kind of like another small like barrel desk that he had previously, as well as a like a wider sort of like sleeping cot. And then he kind of gestures over to the other side, and the rest of the area is kind of just like a larger, wide cargo hold area. And off to the back, there's just a number of cots sort of mounted to the wall, and he's like, not a whole lot to it, but some sleeping cots there. Typically, this is where we kind of keep all of the cargo. I guess our cargo is your owlbear friend, so he can kind of hang out in this area too. If he can. How is he alright with stairs?
I don't know. I've never actually seen him interact with stairs.
Well, if he's okay with heading down the stairs, he can sleep down here. If not, we can, I guess, set up a tent on the deck if it rains or something. It's relatively warm this time of year, so we don't have to worry too much.
I bet Flora can just pick him up. And I say that with 100% sincerity as I just walk away.
I could try.
I bet you could. You're pretty strong. Might have to grow a little bit, though.
I won't break the bowl, right?
I don't know. Have you ever grown inside?
Mm,
I mean,
I
weren't
did
we
do
in
that in
sides
the
at one
tavern.
place? I was also going to say, weren't we in sides at one place in when we
Well,
met
no,
up?
that
with...
was a really large area. But I did it in the tavern, so it should be fine.
And it was at that moment Bjorn realized he fucked up. First, we gotta see how he deals with stairs. I don't know if owlbears have depth perception or not.
Aww.
I would think so.
Do owls have depth perception?
Yes.
I would certainly hope so. They're hunters.
Yeah, but dogs don't, and they're hunters.
We're gonna go with yes. I'm going
Their
with
vision
yes.
is both binocular and depth perception, so yes.
Okay. Okay, well, I gotta go and fetch a couple of people, but you're welcome to kind of make yourself at home down here. And we'll be back.
Thank you.
Sincerely
Don't
appreciate it.
move anything. Don't move anything. I'll be back.
On it.
All right, well, you heard the guy. Flora, don't touch anything. I'm still a little hungover, so I'm going to take a nap, and I'm going to curl up in one of the cots.
Okay, yeah, and he heads back upstairs and out.
Damn it, I was kind of hoping that... You know what? Never mind.
What? Huh?
Just holds up their hand and summons their hex gun for a moment. Which, after looking at it a moment, the coloration's off, and there's another. As weird it is as is to say, there is another slot in the oh Lord, I can't remember what it's called. Where you load a revolver.
Oh, and just I don't know, the chamber.
The drum?
Probably the best term. There's like another slot in the drum. Well,
Why? I know the answer to this question, but I don't know the answer.
I think
to
it's
the
a
question.
drum.
I'm feeling kind of dumb right now. It's fine.
Or cylinder?
maybe. Revolving cylinder.
Okay.
So in the cylinder, there's a second slot. Above game, this is just Glam noticing that they can now fire 2 cantrips.
Valid. Okie doke.
The coloration is another thing altogether that will be for later.
You guys have about an hour.
I just, talking to Gray real quick,
Mhm.
as much as this is useful, I do not,
What?
I guess I'm just concerned about people. Zazel really got down on it for a little bit, me having this, and maybe it just, at least unless it is absolutely necessary, I should have some sort of as a weapon on show at least.
Wait, what?
Basically, don't hold this out all the time.
Your gun?
We,
What?
I guess, I was hoping to maybe I don't know. At least learn a little something about swordplay.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, then
At the very least, it would be helpful if something happens and I can't defend myself with my magic.
okay. Is
So
was this
just
a thought process from when you went into speak with the queen and didn't have access to?
pretty much. If I
I
it,
don't think that's the worst idea. Just you know, for your general safety, so you're not left completely um you know, defenseless in case something like that happens somewhere else.
I have a couple of daggers, but they are not in the best condition, and I
Ah,
honestly don't. I don't feel like they suit me very well.
that's fair. I mm,
I suppose I can figure this out as we travel.
I mean, I, I sort of. I mean, I've. I feel like Zazel and Flora would probably know how to help with the sword thing more than me.
Yeah, it's just that Zazel decided to fall asleep, and Flora, I do not see where the heck she went.
I think. Can I see where Flora is?
Yeah, you look over. Flora's just napping right next to Zazel.
It sounds about right.
She's just cuddling Zazel. It's you know. But yeah, if we can find you, are you looking for like a longer dagger or like an actual sword?
Just something that. Sorry, it pitched in the chat. Just I'll have to figure that out, I think. I honestly do kind of like the rapiers that Zazel has, but Zoflora, I think, also uses one of those, doesn't she?
I believe so. If it's not a rapier, it looks like one because she's so small.
So I guess at least a short sword, like some of the guards in town used to have.
Yeah, cause Gray's gonna pull like a dagger that he had hidden somewhere. He's like, I have some of these, but I'm not really good with them. I'm just gonna put it back.
Pretty much just nods and sage agreement there. Like, I got these, but I don't use them.
It's you know, I think trying to practice in a different way for your own safety is a good idea.
It's a good idea to get out of my comfort zone, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you've been doing that this whole time. So
I know, but if I mean, you see me, I still rely mostly on the gun.
I mean, fair enough, but it didn't seem to bother you really until
Exactly, when I
recently.
lost all of it, really. Even
Yeah.
even if it was brief, I don't know if anybody else can do such a thing.
No, I think it's a fair concern. I don't know what I would do if I suddenly wasn't able to heal you guys. So I think that would cause panic, more more anxiety.
Yeah, that was.
So
Mm,
yeah. No, well, maybe we can keep a lookout, and I mean, if we don't find anything, right away, well, I mean, my mom likes to make stuff. I don't know. She could maybe help if, everything's fine. They said they were fine, but I don't know.
I mean,
I
we'll
mean-
find out, won't we?
But I'm still worried, but like
I'm.
marginally less after talking.
No, I understand, and hopefully, I'm pretty sure Zay will be okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can just assure you of these, and then I guess we've got to, if not stop what's happening, at least try to mitigate as much damage as possible.
Mm-hmm. So,
Even Shay seems to believe it's going to come whether we want it to or not.
yeah, it's kind of been feeling like a build up, um, but yeah, I can uh if you get a an idea of what it is that you're looking for, like the rapier, or if something else shows up, we can keep a lookout for you. See if anything is fitting.
I appreciate it. Um,
But
well, yeah,
I'm sure Zazel and Flora would love to show you some stuff when they're not asleep. So
just before, I guess, ending that, just be like, oh yeah, I did say, just going to lift up their shirt, check on the spot that they were bitten.
Totally
Oh.
healed. No issue.
Okay, good to
Yep.
know.
You look okie dokie.
Sorry I didn't mention it earlier, but I feel like I'm a bit of a bother if I ask for help.
um, Glam, I don't think I would ever think of you as a bother if you're asking for help. Especially if you are actually wounded in some capacity. I would much rather you tell me so I can do something about it rather than have like an infection or something happen, and I could have healed you, and then I don't have the ability to. So please don't ever think it's a bother, whether it's something small or large. If I have the means, it's not a bother at all.
I appreciate it.
No, I feel like I need you to hear me. You are a friend. So please don't I would be upset if something were to happen. Oh, okay?
Thank you, Gray. Just going to turn away. Thank you. And just go look over at the side of the ship, trying to hide tears.
Yeah, it's not something I need thanks for. But you're welcome. Yeah. Huh. Yep. And Gray's gonna go sit down on a cot and just kind of sit there awkwardly now because he feels like he made things very awkward.
But yeah, to that end, it doesn't take much longer than that. And Bjorn returns with a couple extra folk. If you guys have anything else you wanted to quickly cover, but
Nope, just sleeping.
just snoozing.
I'm just gonna continue to awkwardly fidget on a cot.
I mean, Glam will return after they pull themselves together, but other than that.
Alrighty. Yeah. So he returns. And in tow, he's got with him. There is a sort of a taller half-orc woman. Another tiefling individual, and then just an elvish man, kind of following behind him. He calls out and he's like, "Well, boat's still good, so that's a plus. Everybody settled in, I guess."
Yep.
Looks at Zazel and Flora. I seem so.
Well, great. So we'll, guess you guys want to wake him up for me?
Yep.
So we can kind of go over the basics of what I need you to help with.
Mage.
Cool.
I was gonna say Mage and Zazel. Just lightly tapping. Wakey, wakey! It's time to get moving.
Huh? I'm gonna wake up, immediately look at Flora that's in me. I'm not gonna take a swing. I'll be like, "How long was I out?
About an hour.
When did this happen?" I'm gonna gesture towards Flora.
About the same time.
Oh man, I must have went to sleep heavy and hard. Like I did not even know she did that. I'm gonna pick her up and hold her like a baby. Does she need to be awake too? She's just a kid.
Well,
You keep saying how strong she is, and then you say she's a kid. Make up your
That's
mind.
not wrong.
is she real strong or?
Oh,
She
yeah.
is very
Yes.
strong.
Might be stronger than you.
That would be something to see.
I would love to see it as well.
Also, really like learning stuff about the boats. Honestly, that's kind of cool.
Oh,
All right, that's fine. All right, stand up, Flora, and I'm gonna shake you awake a little bit and get you on your feet.
Gotta poke Zazel's belly button.
That's the whole reason she ended up cuddling. At first, she was trying to trying to poke belly button, and then she kind of fell in. Just like, all right, this is comfortable.
What?
Yeah, that works. Okay. And he leads you above deck. He's like, well, nothing super complex for you guys, but here is some tasks that I'll need you guys to just kind of manage. And he gestures first to actually just the group of you, and he's like, so any of you got like real quality eyesight?
Everyone looks at Gray.
Not at night, but otherwise, I'm.
If you need someone at night, I can see in the dark pretty
Okay.
well.
Well, we'll have if one of you wouldn't mind just sort of doing a lookout duty, you just hang out up front for us and just keep an eye out, make sure that we're not gonna
Yeah.
run
I
into
could-
anything that might be out in the water. Not that we run into much, but you know.
I could do lookout duty.
Okay. And then he gestures to the two of you, both Gray, or not Gray, Glam and Zazel, and he's like, and you two look quick enough. You're on rigging duty. We have just the one single sail here for helping us along the way. If you want to just help raise and lower and maintain that, and he shows you just kind of like the basics of how to do that as needed.
All right, yeah. I
Yeah,
think I've
sounds
got
good.
the hang of this.
Well,
And you're pretty strong there, little one, I guess.
uh-huh. And I'll flex. Real strong.
Okay, well, and he just kind of like does like a half smirk, which is interesting considering it's like a draconian smile with these big old teeth. And he's like, here, come with me real quick. And he leads you over to this large crank on sort of like the side. He's like, give this a turn for me, can you? And it's sizable, so like to reach the top of the crank during mid-turn, you kind of like got to go up on the toes. But make a strength check for me.
Okay. Oh, fail me now.
Not a super high DC, but well, at least for you, it's not.
Okay.
Eh.
Oh, it was almost as 8.
An 8. So it's a little slow, and it's mostly a size hindrance rather than like a strength one. And it takes you a second as you shift it, and you feel as you start to shift it too. It's sort of like a lurching as you turn it, and you hear a cranking as the anchor starts to just shift its way up from the riverbed. And he's like, all right, you can hang on to that for a minute. We're not going to take off exactly right now, but it's excellent. Looks like you can handle the anchor if we need to, little one. Wouldn't worry too much. Back where we left off, now up on the deck of the ship, being shown everything. Bjorn is like, all right, well, so I guess we're good to set off as soon as everyone's ready here. Did you guys just make like an animal handling check for me real quick?
All of us, or
Whoever wants to coax Muffin both aboard and then see if you can get him below deck easily.
Terrible at that. No, thank you.
Flora,
I can
if Flora, if you want to, or yeah, I guess Gray.
If Flora wants to, I can help.
That is a total of 21.
Okie dokie. Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, at this point, you're pretty accustomed to having your animal pal here with you and helping out, and you have no trouble really kind of getting him to coax him upon board, and then as a follow-up to coax him on board, getting him he's wary, but he does follow you below deck as asked. And kind
I
of
like to imagine he goes to my cot and just lays down, and it's now his cot.
pretty much.
Well, the cots are mounted on the wall, so like less so there.
I mean, fair.
I will give Muffin my 2 remaining muffins that I have as a thank you.
Okay. I'll knock the music off for a few because it's a little loud. But yeah, so with that, Bjorn also is like, all right, so and he gestures to the other 3 who've walked aboard. He's like, So everybody, this is gesturing towards the orcish woman. This is Silgra. Silgre.
Did you already name somebody?
Yes.
Yeah, the half orc woman, Bilgra.
Oh, I meant before that.
Oh no.
Oh no, not yet.
Okay, for half a second I was like, did I miss a name?
No.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
And she's hello.
Bonjour.
And then gesturing towards the blue skin tiefling. This is Samuel. And just sort of like a wave and a nod as he kind of goes about his business, and he's just kind of affixing stuff to the sides of the boat and making sure things are where they're supposed to be. And Cornelius over here, and he gestures towards the elf. And he kind of, he's got like a book in his hand, kind of looks up. Hello. Nice to meet you all. I'll be just sort of floating around as needed. Boat fixer. Navigator as needed. Not that the river is particularly unstraightforward, but as needed. So I'll be here. You have questions? Like, first mate for what a riverboat would be, I suppose. All right. And he just kind of goes back to what he's doing.
I just kind of am
mean-
waving at each person awkwardly.
Everybody needs a
going-
job. Is that just for sure?
And kind
And
of mumbling that I'm gray to each one. They totally can't hear me saying that.
yeah, if you yeah, if we're all set. It looks like your owlbear, he has a name, yeah?
Yep,
His name
it's
is
Muffin.
Okay. Looks like Muffin doesn't care at all about being on a boat. This is...
He is very flexible.
How did you... You know, we've got days. I'll ask tomorrow how you managed to do any of that. All right. Off we go. And he sort of gestures for the others, and Samuel and Cornelius quickly kind of grab a couple of long poles and start kind of shoving away a little bit to make sure that you're nice and like centered a little further away from the dock itself, and kind of pull the ropes up. And he walks over himself and starts giving like a solid cranking on the anchor, and without too much difficulty he pulls that right up. And then he gestures at you two. He's like, all right, get the sails for me there, Zazel.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Bam, get to it.
I'm on this. I am on this.
Yeah, a solid cranking. He's a solid cranker. You ask nicely, he'll give you a solid cranking.
Oh my.
Yes.
Yank that crank.
Oh my.
Ooh, cranky anchors.
Do I need to roll already?
And yeah, so actually, once you guys start like kind of moving, he heads over up towards the front of the boat with you, and he's like, all right, so here's the deal. Just the water is pretty clear. We shouldn't run into too much. Every once in a while, run into some rocks and things. But it is a jungle. You never know. There is some wildlife that could be out in the river, and we don't want to hit any hippos. So we'll kind of avoid that if we can. So if you see something in advance, just let us know.
Sure.
And then equally important, this is probably more important than the river, is he kind of gestures off to the right-hand side of the boat, over to the other shore. He's like, it is a good distance away over there, but that is sort of where the Badlands kind of would connect into the jungle if anyone tries to cross it.
Keep a sharper eye that way, then?
Yeah, that's sort of why the town exists here and why the rangers do what they do, is to make sure that the Badlands stay kind of in the Badlands.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, keep an eye out.
Okay.
And I'll be doing the same up on the back of the boat, kind of handling things. And so he leaves you to it. Yeah, if you want to make a perception check.
Aye, aye, Capitan. Ooh. That is a 26.
26? Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Nothing escapes my vision.
Yeah.
You don't see it.
Things look pretty solid. Taking a look out. It is a calm, clear day. Like a couple clouds in the sky. The water it rushes a little bit, but you have a pretty, keen set of eyes, and you're really used to the whole process. And as you pick out like a few schools of fish here and there kind of moving about, but nothing large and no motion over on the other shore. Would somebody roll a d20 for me?
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20?
Heyo.
Oh, good. That balances out the nat 1 that Goose rolled for you guys, too.
You just roll goose with that 20. That happens all the time.
Phenomenal. Yeah. As the day kind of gets going, he's like an hour or two after you guys set out, Bjorn hooks the wheel, kind of sets it steady. He's like, well, this is probably the easiest it's going to be. Whole journey. It's a nice, beautiful straight shot for this part. So yeah, take the day, relax a little, enjoy the sun. We'll keep an eye out, but things are looking nice and clear. Shouldn't be a hard day at all. And yeah, the day is very uneventful.
Huzzah.
Laura, I'm bored.
I have fireworks.
Oh my god, you do.
Yeah.
Wait, should we run that by the captain or should we just do it?
I can go ask him. Hold on. She's gonna run over to Bjorn.
Honestly, this is going far more smoothly than I thought it would.
Hello,
It's not going to here in a second.
Mr. Captain Man.
Yes, Flora?
I have a question for you.
All right, what can we do for you?
Hypothetically speaking, if I had fireworks, would it be a bad idea to set them off?
Yes. Yes, it
Darn.
would. Please do not set off fireworks on the boat.
I would never. The insinuation.
He leans down and he's like, Can I lift you up for a second here, kiddo?
Yes.
All right, and he picks you up, and he just kind of like sets you on one shoulder. His shoulders are broad enough to accommodate all Flora. And he kind of gestures around, and at this point, the boat is firmly out, like dead center of the river, and there's probably close to a quarter mile of water in either direction. And he's like, if you set off a firework and the ship catches on fire, do you want to swim in either direction that far?
No, my legs are really tiny.
So, this is why we're not going to set off fireworks on the boat.
It's a good thing I don't have fireworks.
Make a deception check.
Our little adorable hypotheticals.
That's a total of a
Oh
20.
my god.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Let's go.
He just kind of chuckles. There's like a little bit of like almost like a light, like glowing sparkle coming from his nostrils as he does. And he's like, yes, and I don't have scales.
No, you shouldn't say that. Your scales are pretty.
Thank you. Well, if you're welcome to, I guess, hang out for another couple minutes on my shoulder if you'd like to look around. Otherwise, I can set you back down.
I'll keep here. Basil, you're on your own. I'm on the shoulder for a little bit longer. Bye-bye.
Who am I gonna spar with?
We could spar later. Wait! Can you spar with him with me on you?
Oh my god.
He's not very strong. You can take him.
I can hear you.
Hi.
I mean, I guess, if you want to spar, we can do some practice there.
Do it. Do it.
I mean, I'm always down for a challenge.
All right. Do you want to use, like, blunted weapons or just, like, hands? What are you thinking?
Dealer's choice. What are you good with?
He's like, well, my choice in the matter is a little odd, but it's always worked for me. And he, with Flora still on his shoulder, he kind of crouches down and reaches down, and as he stands back up, he's got, like, this length of real thick chain in his hand. He's like, well, typically, I just whip this around as he lifts it up, and there's a big ol', like, solid, like, metal ball on the end of the chain.
Yeah, I can't use that, but I can definitely hit you with my fists.
Well, we can just, couple of rounds of just hand-to-hand sparring, then. We'll see.
No, I want you to use that. That looks cool.
All right. Hang on just a moment. And he reaches down, and he kind of takes the large ball and kind of softly unscrews it, and then takes a slightly smaller one and screws that on instead.
One that's like covered in foam. It's like one of those dodgeballs.
Not quite, but he's like, I wouldn't want to, like, break your legs or anything.
You'll be lucky if you're able to hit me. That looks really slow.
You'd be surprised.
Quick question before this starts. I'm sorry. This is still the day that we just got on there, right?
Yes, first day.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
Yeah, it's been like a couple hours since you set out.
Okay.
We were just talking about this too. You wanted to bring the Chain Master back.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's already like a weapon option, which I love.
Is it? I thought they took it out.
It either is, or I've used whips in place of it.
Oh, okay, I can see that. Yeah.
I just
This changes like bludgeoning.
Yeah, I just up the damage because whips are trash in this game.
They were trash in the last game too. The only good thing you could do was attach a dagger to them before.
Yeah, it's real frustrating.
Which is stupid, because whips are scary as hell.
Yeah, he kind of rolls a shoulder, and he kind of sets Flora down. He's like, I wouldn't want to hit you with the chain, kiddo.
Okay.
Why is Basil always picking fights?
I don't know why you do this.
You know why he does this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Enjoy.
weird kink, and I really wish you would stop making us a part of it.
Terrible.
It's about the power.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's not a sexual thing. It's just about the power.
It's about the power.
It's just about the power.
Yep.
He's just bored.
Absolutely
Fine.
beautiful. All right. Here, roll an initiative real quick.
All right. That would be 17.
17?
Yes.
Close, but no cigar. He's like, all right then. And let's see here. Let's equip a weapon to him, huh? Pardon me. 23 hits you, yeah?
Yes, it does hit.
Okay. And he's not really trying to hurt you too much, but it's quick. You are not expecting the speed at which this thing whips out as he just kind of like tosses the ball up in the air, gives it like a single twirl, and then just snaps it at you. And faster than you know to react, it just clips you in the shoulder and knocks you back a step. It deals just like a bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And
all.
then he's going to make a second attack at you. Yeah, that hits.
Did you crit me again?
You bet I did.
You're not allowed to use that dice. That dice is banned.
But he's not actually doing any damage. So what happens is, as you like take the first step back, you're not ready for it. As he just like immediately gives it a like light twirl with the other side, whirls it around, catches you at an ankle, and just yanks. Make a strength check with disadvantage because he crit you.
You're not gonna fucking believe this.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a natural 20 and then an 18.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's a 22.
Yeah, not bad at all. And he goes to yank, but you're good. You know, you're with a surprising strength. He goes to yank, and you just hold your foot in place. It's like, huh, well, it's you. And he burns a superiority die for that. Okay.
I see. We're dealing with someone who's actually trained in fighting. Cool.
Yes. Okay.
So if we get attacked.
Now you're up.
All right. So obviously going to close the distance. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and just hit him with a fist.
Okay.
How big is he, by the way?
Like I said,
Is he a large creature?
I think
No,
he said he was 6'8".
He's still medium. He's just close to large. And he's like 6'8", close to 7 foot tall. He's a big
All right.
dude.
So I'm going to go ahead and try to take a swing at him.
Okay.
That would be a total of 20. Sorry, unnatural 20.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and hit him, and then I'm going to just start the grapple because, of course, I am.
Okay.
He's going to end up taking a total of 10
Where's my-
bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So I got him pretty good. We'll say I like jumped up in the air and like smacked him upside the head, and then like swung and grabbed a hold of him. I'm going to go ahead and flurry of blows, and I'm also going to attack. That's a total of 3 more times because I have extra attack now.
Oh, geez. All right.
Yeah. So here's the first one at advantage. That would be a total of 19.
19. That hits. Yep.
All right, I'm going to be doing the same thing, just 1 damage this entire time.
Okay.
That'd be unnatural 20 again.
Okay.
And then here's the last one. Natural 20, so I crit him as well. We'll say I like hit him a couple times in the ribs and I did a Muay Thai knee right to the face.
Okay.
Fucking brutal.
Word. All right. Wait, hang on.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to use those chains with me. Use those chains with me right on you.
Okay.
Heavy metal, let's go.
Now the damage goes up.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Ah, shit. I gotta remember. How does he can spend an action to end the grapple? How does that work again?
I'm pulling up feet right now.
So I don't. Yeah, I'm still not the most familiar with the situation.
Yeah. I think they just get an action at the beginning of their turn, but let me double check the grappling rules because they're new.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out which one it was too. And the rules are better. I just don't remember because I remember the old way of doing it, where it's like,
Is the contested acrobatics versus or acrobatics or the what's the other one?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how it used to be.
But now it
Athletics,
has a DC.
and then it would have to be contested athletics versus athletics. But yeah, I think there's.
I know my DC is only 13, but I don't know if you end up using your action or if it's like a bonus action to try to escape, or if it's just automatic. I don't really remember. I think think it's the action, but I gotta find the Unearthed Arcana.
I was gonna say I can possibly look it up in the feats because know it's in there with everything else.
And he's like, well, right you are. And instead he reaches back and just tries to first attack 21 to hit.
That hits?
Yep. Second one is only a 15.
That misses.
All right. Well, yeah. So first attack, he just sort of like reels the chain back in, takes the actual ball, and just sort of slams it into your shoulder. 4. 10 damage to you.
He didn't reduce it that time.
Well, because you did 10 to him.
That is fair.
And then, yeah, he'll make the strength check at the end of his turn. And that is 19.
Yeah, that's more than enough.
As he just kind of, yeah, with his other hand that doesn't have the ball in the chain, he just kind of tosses you off of his shoulder.
Land on my feet, and I'm gonna go on the attack again.
All right.
All right, this is the last round, because honestly, I'm pretty sure this will get bloody if we keep going. All right, so first one to hit and try to initiate the grapple. Natural 20.
Word.
So, yep, he's getting grappled again. I'm going to do my best to not do damage. So.
Okay.
Then, first attack. I'm not going to flurry blows this time. I'm going to take the dodge action at the end.
Okay.
Just in case he tries to come at me again. That's a 22 for a hit, so the second one hits.
Yep.
And then dodge action.
Okay.
And I'm going to just, like, tap him on the shoulder and be like, that was awesome, man. Sorry I didn't let you use the ball and chain too much.
And he just kind of, like, rolls his neck and is like, well, honestly, thanks for limbering me up a little. You don't use it too much these days.
Yeah, no, that thing's awesome. I would love to learn it, but I would hate to carry that, to be honest with you. Now, Flora's supposed to be teaching me how to use this rapier. I still don't know how to use it quite yet, and I think some real sparring combat would work with it the best.
Well, I've probably got some things we can work on with that. I'm not the most proficient in a rapier, but if you need a sword to match, I think I got one kicking around.
Sure, let's do that for the rest of the day.
Yeah. And he goes and he fetches just kind of like a beat-ass longsword to kind of just like half spar with you with.
Sounds good. Yep. And then we'll just practice the forms, not actually trying to hurt each other. We got that out.
All right. And as night rolls around, first day being done, he comes to you guys and he's like, all right, so here's the deal, I suppose. If you'd like, we can pull the sails and just sort of coast. We can drop the anchor because it's nighttime, or we can, keep a set of watch and just sort of like coast along. Up to you guys, as you are the
what do you usually do?
Typically we'd set a watch, but we'll need your help for watches, so that's why I'm asking.
I'm useless for the watch at night, so I guess I can't really decide that. That's up to you guys.
Yeah, I can take a watch. I don't mind. I can take the early morning watch like normal.
I mean, I can take a look at when it's darkest. So.
And I can still keep a lookout until it starts getting super dark, and then I would have to switch. We could keep going, but
yeah. Nighttime wise, we won't be going at full tilt or anything.
okay.
But we can keep moving then.
Okay. Well, I can get started on that then.
All right. Yeah. So if you wanna, I guess, do the first of the evening watches, you are welcome to do so.
Aye. 22.
22. All right.
Yeah.
For the first part of your watch, it's pretty quiet out on the water. A couple of times you see, like something larger kind of off to the side on the water, kind of swirling about, doing as they do. Just, like nighttime predators kind of hunting out in the water for, their evening meals, as it were. And you catch over on sort of like the jungle shore a very large creature by standard that you've seen, probably double the size of Muffin, kind of just like slowly lumber up onto the shore and kind of hang out there. But yeah, I mean, your watch is pretty uneventful until the it gets to full dark.
Okay. And I guess I go switch with Glam. Hey,
Yes. Hello.
you're up. I would like to set a reminder to keep a sharper eye off to the right.
Okay, I can do this.
And there are some I've noticed big creatures in the water, but they've been leaving us alone. But keep an eye on it, I guess. Yep.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. You get some
Yeah.
rest, okay?
And Gray's just going to floop. His eyes are tired. He's been looking out all day.
Valid.
Understandable. How many people are awake on the deck right now?
Presently there is you and up on where the wheel is, there's sort of like a little foldable cot chair out there where Cornelius is sort of kind of lazily resting.
All right.
He's half-heartedly making sure the wheel remains kind of steady. But everyone else has sort of gone below deck for the time being.
Okay. Just as Glam's getting up to start watch, just looks over at Cornelius. Do not worry about this, okay? And it's just going to summon the hex gun in its rifle form.
Okay.
Just extra mileage on distance here in case something starts heading it their way.
Okay. Sounds good. If you want to make a perception check for me.
Perception. We're back to normal. 8.
8? Okay. Alright. Cornelius is also going to roll at disadvantage.
Seriously, I do not know what the hell he is talking about there. Also, what the fuck is a hippo?
Are you asking Cornelius?
Not just talking to themselves at this point.
Oh, okay. And it's relatively quiet on the water. Nothing out and about. you keep an eye out best you can. It's definitely a different experience being out and trying to look on the water than it is on land. And you find it a little hard just to keep focused with the words, the waves, and just all of the many things you've had going on. And so you find yourself just kind of like futzing with the gun and paying attention to other things rather than necessarily keeping the best eye out.
Sounds about right. uh, so this is not as bad as I thought it would be, but it is definitely not comfortable on my stomach here.
And it's about an hour into your watch. It does start to rain a little bit.
Oh, God damn it.
And you hear like light cursing coming from up on the other end of the deck. And you hear Cornelius being like, yelling down to you. He's like, "Wet season in the jungle. You'll get this from time to time, unfortunately."
I just hope it goes better than the last time we had rain.
And make another perception check for me too. Disadvantage because rain.
Yep. Where are you? I mean, could be worse. It's a 12.
12. Okay.
Stares at the 19 that rolled on the other side.
And it is close to the second hour when you hear a scraping on the side of the ship. Sort of just like something kind of dragging along. It sounds like. What are you doing? What's your call here?
Cornelius, do you hear that? Like some sort of scraping.
No, what? The rain. And
Can he
no,
not, was that a not hear me or the thing?
he can barely hear you.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And which direction did I hear that coming from, or was it just kind of
sort of the? I don't know. I guess I don't know boats that well. The port side of the boat.
So the left side? Okay.
Oh, I'm glad you know boats.
Starboard.
That
Okay,
makes precisely one of us.
So going to aim the rifle and make their way towards the edge.
Okay.
I don't have anything that creates light, unfortunately.
Well,
Can I do want to.
want to.
I'm trying to. How many times can I do this? Or I'm trying to think of a word that I can use on this.
No worries, no worries. I've been there, I get that.
And that's 30 feet. How far away is Cornelius from me?
Right now, about 55.
Fuck.
Being sort of up on the front of the ship, whereas he was all the way on the back, so.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's no use. I will prepare minor illusion to resemble loud bells in case something pops up.
Okay, you're just readying it, but not casting it?
Yeah.
Okay. Make, one more perception check for me. If you don't mind.
Regular or disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Understood. That's a 6.
6. Alright. And behind you, you feel something lash out like it's trying to swipe at you. But it doesn't quite hit. You just sort of feel the breeze pass over you.
All right, alarm bell's going off.
All right. And you hear just sort of like the what from your pal over in Cornelius. Thank you. I have the names in front of me and still.
You're good.
And still I can't remember anything.
His name just sounds very fancy. I'm pretty sure he's a vampire.
He's definitely not a vampire. He was out in
Oh,
the sunlight today.
I'm getting flashbacks to Pratchett now, god damn it.
He might be a vampire in the future then. He fits the bill. You see how many buttons he missed.
Oh, this is not the...
It was the correct amount. I would like to state for the record, it is the correct amount.
No,
Oh.
he needs stronger chest muscles.
It
It was the stronger chest muscles. Yeah, that's what he needs.
So yeah,
what you mean.
yeah, definitely. Alarm bell's going off for the next minute until
And maybe some chest hair. He's a little too smooth on his chest.
Word. All right. Just a hot second. I'm preparing your board for you.
The board! The
Combat?
battle!
What is that?
I told you! I fucking told you!
It's because I keep making comments like that.
It is.
Exactly.
Or, you know, maybe it was just gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, I tease. I like roleplay combat. I like it all.
We don't do combat here. That's not part of
Us? Combat?
that's not
No.
part of this D&D.
Yeah, Glam, can you try to talk this thing to not attack us?
Well, it started the fight, so
Yeah, on your
Probably
first
not,
turn,
no.
waste your entire turn trying to convince him not to fight us.
Eh,
Yeah,
Who
Like
are
that?
you, me?
if you could just like
I-
sit there, kind of like a fool, and just get beat up, that'd be great.
Well, they'll see it when you frame it.
Well, I'm a sleepy boy. That's a 13.
I just did. I just framed it.
I can't see anything on the boat, by the
yeah,
way.
I don't have. I have no character on my
What?
ship.
What on earth?
Do
I'm
we
gonna,
need to...
I'm gonna
should we
restart
leave?
Tailspire.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get out and get back in, see if that works. I do see a boat, though.
I see
Yeah,
a
I
boat,
see the
but
boat.
nothing else.
That's so strange.
I'm on
Okay.
a boat.
I'm sad because I lost my music now.
I know, it was pretty
It'll
epic.
come back.
It was up.
I know, but
We
it requires
want
me to
it now.
restart. Exactly. It's my music and I want it now.
If you have some awesome music and you need it now.
Oh my god. This is so bad.
Are we going to die?
It's bringing me directly to the place between boards.
I am on the space between boards.
GM tried to summon us to a board, but we couldn't find a specified board.
I see it now. I have characters.
I
and
have characters now. Perfect.
And I see the clusterfuck that is the stairs.
All right. Let's roll some initiatives here for myself, and grab my notebook that I can record things on.
It's time for boat battles!
Actually, you know, I think what we're gonna do is just be a dick to all of you, and I'm gonna say we will start combat next session because it is 12:06.
Oh!
You could do that, but you're not going to, right?
No!